up one time, please, for the hostess and the founder of the flagship show, Blue Mike and Rampantly, Jolie RX.
Aye.
Yeah.
Guys, wow. Oh my God, I can almost sleep. Just 2 more hours.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh my God. Okay, we typically start the Blue Mike show with some music, but we don't have music today. So if you have time after the show, you can go, or right now, over me talking, you can go to YouTube and look up, what's the song? Please Don't Step on My Rainbow by Cleaners from Venus. That's been our recent song. Let me have a look out in the audience and see who's here tonight. All right, we got Bromitas. They did a great show earlier today. We got Addison helping out. She's our right-hand lady. If you have any questions, just ask AP. Maddie B from Maddie's Morning Mike. We've got Richard Chassler, who was holding it down for in a lot of ways today. Thanks, Richard. I see a bunch of people I haven't seen in a while. I see Luke Westberg, John Mulhill, Peter Seidel, all the way from Tokyo. We've got Tori Seward back in the house. Bobby Sutton's been on the long haul here with Hot Breath. Guys, Hot Breath is doing shows, multiple shows a day here. Guys, this has been so unbelievable. It's so cool. Guys, we are successfully creating a front door for like all of virtual comedy on the internet, and we're collectivizing our efforts. We have amazing work coming out, both the comedy and the way that hosts are building and launching shows has been awesome. Noah Gottlieb just hosted the $5 mic. That was a great show tonight. He just brought the $1 mic to Rampantly last month. And do know if you're a new comic, or if you just found us, or if you're coming back and it's been a while, like there's so much, like guys, we have like 15 weekly mics now. And in March we had 6. We're doing a great job. But hey, let's talk about marijuana and stuff. I'm gonna do a little quick talking about. I'm gonna talk about some weed for a while, just because this is the Las Vegas 420 Comedy Fest. Do you guys feel like you're hanging out in Las Vegas with those sexy backgrounds?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This looks great. Hey, if anyone out there has a retina display and you can go to gallery view and take a picture and post it on Displaced Comedians, like feel free to share the link for this. And you can go to rampantly.la/show/Blue Mike 420 to see the current list order. It only includes the first 14 or 15 or 16 comics. People were slotted in the order that they came today, but we'll be adding to that as we go along, so just check out the chat. Maybe I won't talk about marijuana, guys. Well, here, okay. A question for you. Would you ever dab your grandma without telling her? Or not dab, dose. I don't think you could dose her or give her a dab without her knowing. Put a thumb up or down.
I dose her with dementia.
Edibles?
Would you
I'd
ever
give her some
dose
edibles.
your grandma? Paige is giving a thumbs up. Lucas,
I'm
That's my
dosing
aunt.
my
Thumbs
cat right now.
Bobby's thumbs up. Margot's thumbs up without telling them, right? That
Well, my
I feel
cat
like
does
if grandma has never smoked weed,
Hmm.
I feel like giving her weed without her knowing at a certain point in her life, the timing could be great because she doesn't know. Her brain could just be going. You know?
Yeah.
Like, whoa, not in my high, but like, is this just the way life is now? That's kind of like the way I'd like to see my grandma go out. I don't know. Yeah, I think that every American needs a birthright trip to California. Don't you guys think?
Yes.
Anyone?
Yep.
Wouldn't it be nice? There are some people who have never even seen Sea to Shining Sea yet. And they're the ones that we seem to be having the biggest problems with. Seriously, people, you gotta get out. I started this comedy platform Rampantly back in, we started it in like January of last year, but then it turned into this in May when we launched the Blue Mike show. Here we are now with some people who have become beautiful friends, and we've all been united in our love for dirty jokes.
Yay.
Yeah.
And And we are now we're the proud heart of this organization. If you're here today, whoever you are, please consider yourself to be a founding member of this platform, because this show is where Rampantly was delivered. And we're about to hit our year anniversary. And next, guys, on July 1st, we're doing the 24-hour comedy marathon comedy again for year 2. So get jazzed up. This is the Blue Mike. This is a super dirty Mike show. And we're just gonna hop to it. Starting us off this evening, the first time I ever saw him, he came to us with flowers in his hair and portrayed Joni Mitchell. He's got a beautiful singing voice. Give it up for Mr. Johnny Michael. Yay!
Hey, how y'all doing? Good to see you. So for this song, I'm going to be American cult rock hero Lou Christie.
Yeah.
And it's easy to be him as an Italian man. You just need a St. Christopher medal. And I have one right here. And turning to the reference photo, we see that the illusion is complete. Now that I am significantly more attractive, I am ready to sing for you. Woo! I don't want the world to know. I don't want my heart to show. I jerk off guys. Yeah, 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 I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I got a haircut today. Oh my god. I got a haircut today. And all the hair, you have to wear a mask during a haircut now, and all the hair went in the mask. And then 45% of that went in my throat. And I've been trying to work it out, and I'm really sorry, but well, that's about as badly as that could have went. Let me do what my throat will allow me to do right now. I'm sorry.
This is a bit I don't understand.
And now it's time for Erotica with Johnny. Ooh! This is a Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer erotica. The Capitol Rotunda is a good location for a power scene, but I want to underscore the tenderness. So we go now to the White House Rose Garden, where, like Shakespeare's Fair Verona, we lay our scene. Parajudicially holding his Senate gavel aloft in a gesture of dominant sexual provocation, Chuck beckons Mitch closer. Mitch is a little shy. This isn't the park he usually goes to when he meets men on Grindr. And he's come close to catching an infection in this garden before. Observing Chuck's swelling bulge, Mitch suddenly felt he could reach across the aisle, for Chuck was not in favor of gun control tonight. Something went off in Mitch's pocket. He opened his phone and stared right through the Pokemon Go app to the front of Chuck's pants, where he beheld Combuskin, the fire chicken. But Mitch was after a different pocket monster tonight. Yes, he would evolve this cock to its final form. Chuck put his hands on Mitch's shoulders and firmly pushed downward. As he descended, Mitch instinctively looked to the right, and there, on a bench beset with roses, he saw a carving, a heart with the words, Donald and Mike forever. But what was that smell? Had Chuck already reached closure? Not so. For in 1966, Lady Bird Johnson had made a big show of planting a large Bradford pear tree in the soft dirt of the White House. and the strong smell of tree semen lay thick on the quilt of the night. Yes, this is class erotica. This is educational. A career careful conservative, Mitch was on PrEP, the drug that prevents transmission of HIV. But he knew overconfidence in the gay community because of PrEP caused a sharp rise in other STDs like syphilis and herpes. See, this is educational. You need to use protection even if you're on PrEP. Don't be fucking pressuring people to have sex with you even if you're on PrEP. Learn your lesson and take it seriously, my gays. Ahem. Sultry tone. There would be no time for the emergency late-night session with their fag hag Nancy. No, Mitch would give his constituent a deliberate and thorough proceeding. A gentle rain misted the garden, dispersing the pungent tree semen like an aerosol can of Glade in the Senate men's room. The rain picked up, but Mitch wasn't worried about getting mud on the breezy chinos Elaine bought for him at Kohl's. Still, he was reluctant to move past opening remarks due to the sharp rise in other STDs like syphilis and herpes, following overconfidence in the gay community after the introduction of PrEP. Did you hear what I fucking said? You still need to use protection even if you're on PrEP. Don't pressure people into sex even if you're on PrEP. Unprotected sex, I meant. Where did that go? Did you hear that? It was the sound of Mitch's pants unzipping. Sultry tone. The earthen chamber of roses and smells stood still at a deadlock. They were facing a tie, and Kamala was nowhere to be found. Mitch wasn't worried about getting the mud on the chinos that Elaine bought for him at Kohl's. So after all these years, Chuck finally made good on his threat to end the filibuster. Yes, he threw a dick in McConnell's mouth. And Mitch got herpes, because they didn't use protection, even though they were both on PrEP. Fucking filibuster my ass. If that got you hot, you don't need to tell anyone. You can just keep that safely in your spank bank for a homoerotic nocturnal emission at a later time. Like a mask in a rose garden, wear a bag, because you don't know what's been in there even if you're on PrEP. I'm Johnny Michael, and you know what you need to know to be gay now. Take good care of yourselves. Sweet dreams, faggots.
Oh, what a guy. Give it up for Johnny Michael. All right. Johnny's going to come back. He's going to come back mid-show with something to pep us up. But for now, let's keep this show on the road. Comics, you got 5-minute sets. You'll get the light with 1 minute to go. And then when your set is over, you will receive this. It will spotlight on the screen. So please wrap it up at that time. We're so glad you're here. This is the end of our 5 hours of programming on the first of 5 days of live feed comedy. Yeah! For the Las Vegas Sports I don't even know it, I guess. It's a long name. We're using too many hashtags, but we'll talk about that later. Everyone's like, don't get her started talking about hashtags. Okay, here we go. Coming up at us next. Out of Boston, Massachusetts, he hosts Rampantly's Morning Mike on Monday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern. Give it up for Mr. Matty B. Lopez. Yay!
Hey guys! Oh, Johnny, I cannot believe how great that was, and I can't believe you ended it with faggot, because go for you. Well, you see, this one day I was at a comedy show out in Fresno, California, and I was a lonely little audience member. I know, me being little. Anyways, I was there and I boisterously laughed at the headliner's joke, and he stood up. He was already standing, but he stood up and he pointed at me and said, "Shut up, faggot." I know. Terrible comedian is what he is. I mean, look at me. I have red hair and freckles. The least you could have called me was Faggoty Ann. I am a Jewish fucking redhead. Call me has a dick in your ass. I am French Canadian by birth Spanish and Eastern European by family upbringing. I bet you can't even call me by my name. A film by Luca. Are you guys that ignorant? That's like the biggest gay film out there. God, oh my God. So those of you who have participated, who have experienced and been bullied by ignorance, sexism, and in this case, blatant homophobia, or as I like to call it, straight and afraid. Just wear orange and make them scared straight. But really, don't put up with it. Look these people dead in the eye and run away and write in your journal and present it in front of a bunch of comics.
Hey.
Make your incidences. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had to explain the whole homophobia thing to you guys. I really hate to do that. I would have mansplained it, but I leave that to the lesbians.
Oh.
So yes, I am Matthew Lopez, and if you guys couldn't already tell by my voice, that's right. I'm from Boston. No, I'm actually from a small town called Sharon, of which we're famous for one thing and one thing only, which was our entrance sign, which says "Now entering Sharon." Which was like the most consent I saw in 2019. So give it up to them for being progressive. So, despite Matthew and the Lopez, I am Jewish, and so I thought I'd teach you guys my Hebrew name, which is Moshe, which I find very fitting considering every time a guy goes down on me, he looks straight into my burning bush. And if you didn't get that joke, Moshe translates into Moses. So now you can see him walk across the Red Sea. So I am adopted, which explains this mess. And a lot of people have asked me if I took that 23andMe test yet, to which I respond, of course I have. On my 23rd birthday, I blew into that breathalyzer and found out I was 0.2% gin.
Oh my.
I also found out I had 0.1% of Spanish in me, but that's because I let the Spanish cop come inside me to get out of the ticket. So on top of that, I am left-handed, and despite me being adopted, I'm left-handed. My adoptive father's left-handed. My adopted mother's left-handed, and my adoptive sister is a bitch. No, the one thing though I do like to think about my father is his pride of hiding things from me. You see, up until about a year ago, he thought he could hide the liquor key cabinet. But, the only person better at hiding things than my father is my birth father. Still can't find him. So I'll end on this with you guys. So I am a Jewish Lopez, and the problem with that is I don't really get the street credit of being Jewish. You see, your mother asks you, "Oh, you're dating Matthew Goldberg. Is he a doctor or a lawyer?" Instead, she hears, "Oh, you're dating Matthew Lopez. What restaurant does he work at?" Thank you, guys.
Oh yeah, keep it going for Matty B. Lopez. How do we turn this off?
Yeah.
Hey guys, all right, we're just gonna keep on rolling. We're keeping on rolling through. You having fun in the DMs? Keep it above the table, guys. If you want to hit on anyone, you got to do it above the table. You can say it to everyone. Okay. So take a look at the grid. Think of a compliment you'd like to pay to one person, and just pay it to the general room and see who bites. All right. Coming at you in May of 2021. All right. I'm actually just buying time because I'm looking for the list and I cannot locate it. Hey, we know who's up next. Tonight for the next several minutes, give it up for Mr. Luke Westerberg. Where are you at, Luke? There he is.
Very good. High five. To start off, I would like to apologize to the people I haven't seen the past year, but I've been super busy living my best life by staying at home and living in fear. Personally, I blame the pandemic on our former president. Yeah, screw Jimmy Carter. Building houses when he should be building cures? For shame, Jimmy, for shame. My name is Luke. I identify as a beta male. Probably good, because you're laughing a little too hard at that, Ron. That's generally how everybody else kind of identifies me as well. Yeah, my preferred pronouns are he, him, little pussy ass bitch. You know, the standard ones. I'm 35 years old. I'm fairly progressive and mature now, but for me, the early 2000s were a tumultuous time of sex, drugs, rock, and believing that marriage was a sacred bond strictly between a man and a woman. My views have evolved. I believe that love is love, so please don't cancel me. Cancel 17-year-old Luke. Yeah, fuck Luke. He listened to emo music, played N64 Mario Kart, and drank Mad Dog 2020s. He's so different from me. I can't even relate. Like, I listened to decades old emo music, play Mario Kart 8, and drink White Claws. So different. It's April. April's my favorite month because it has my favorite holiday. Yeah, April Fool's Day. I just love April Fool's Day. Or as I like to call it, Honesty Day. And Honesty Day, that's the one day a year you can tell people how you really feel about them. So I went to work on the 1st and I was like, hey, Tom, you're a douchebag. April Fools. Karen, you're a stupid, spoiled whore. April Fools. I had you going there, didn't I? Beth, you smell like cat urine year round. Moving on. So it is 420. So I thought I'd celebrate with a little CBD oil. Yeah, I'm gonna have a crazy night of petting my cat and meditating. It's gonna be great. So, do you think a dyslexic person would have trouble committing a murder-suicide? Yeah, because the order of a murder-suicide, it's very important that you get that exactly correct. Yeah, and if you commit the suicide first, like, chances are you just aren't gonna get around to that murder, you know? What a shame. I feel like terrorists haven't hated us Americans as much this past year because we finally got women to wear face coverings. Good job, America.
Yeah.
To many people's surprise, I actually do have a girlfriend. She's super hot. She's a model.
Oh my God.
Well, you know, maybe model's not the best word to describe her. I'd more say like doll or mannequin. She works out at J.C. Penney's. Anyway, I got a song for you guys. Am I even on the screen? I can't tell. This is a song that I would sing for a potential lover before I would potentially love her, just to let her know a little bit about me. Hey girl, I need you to know, this ain't my first rodeo. I've been kind of a man-ho, so I've got those STDs, communicable venereal disease. I've got itches, blisters, rashes, mites, wood burning, sensational, I contract a night. Catching STDs like Pokemon. Whoa, gotta catch 'em all. Oh no, why do I have Pokeballs? Whoa, gotta catch 'em all. Wanna get a Pikachu, but I just got a level 24 herpes sore. All right, thank you guys. Look,
Yeah.
Nice work. We're gonna stay right on track. Heck yeah, give it up for Luke Westberg.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still remember Luke competing with. I think didn't you compete in one of the early Blue Mike shows, like back in September?
it was a while ago. That's all I know.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Guys, we're friends, right? Hold out your pinkies. We're friends, right? You can here. Can we take a minute to just like high five the person in the block next to you? Go to the gallery view. High
Okay,
five. High five. Yeah. Say hi. Yes. Look at us. We're hacking the system, guys. We don't need we cut out the middleman, and now we're broadcasting and we're connecting with each other. We're telling funny jokes, and we're helping society heal from literally a zombie apocalypse. That's what poets do. That's what we're doing, guys. I love you all so very much. But hey, this is a comedy show, so fuck you to our next comic from Henderson, Nevada. The guy you have to apologize to everyone for bringing to the party. Give it up for Harvey Starter. Yeah.
How's it going, Blue Mike? As you can tell with the weird positioning I have in my office here, this is less of a backdrop and more of looks like a very weird, bizarre shower curtain. Anyone tuning in right now is going to be confused, like, is this a comedy show or the world's least successful OnlyFans page? We don't know. 420, let's give it up for that.
Yeah.
High holy day for getting high. I love it. It's like, as I said, to be fair, I only smoke weed to help my medical problems. Yeah, it turns out I suffer from chronic sobriety, so that really helps with that. Obviously, I smoke weed. I mean, look at me, man. Do you think this is the kind of body one gets by doing cocaine? No. This is the kind of physique you only get by doing bong rips all day and live within walking distance of 2 7-Elevens and a Panda Express.
Yeah.
I'm happy that we live in a state with legal weed, but it confuses me because so many people I know complain about the dispensaries out here, which I don't get. They always complain like, oh, you have to stand in line. It costs so much more money. I'm like, bitch, do you remember what it was like in what I like to call the before times? You couldn't just roll down to the convenience store, pick up a 2-liter and an ounce. Okay. You had to know somebody. Like when I moved to Vegas, my weed dealer lived in North Las Vegas. Now, for people who don't live here, that's pretty much as ghetto as you get in this town. Okay. You roll up at that place 11 o'clock at night. You don't know if you're about to get stoned or get shot. Me, I think I'm doing too many drugs lately, though. I came to this realization when my girlfriend brought home ecstasy the other day, which, in theory, sounds like a good time, right? But in practice, not so much. Because here's the thing with ecstasy. People always like to talk about the side effects of ecstasy. When you take ecstasy, like you could have a heart attack, you could stroke out. No one ever talks about the worst side effect of ecstasy, which is finding out you're too damn old to still be doing ecstasy. Here's the thing, when you take it, you feel it, you're in the moment, right? You're just like, yes, oh dear God, I could fuck for hours. But then you wake up the next morning, you're like, oh God, I fucked for hours. Alexa, turn on C-SPAN and order me some Metamucil. Yeah, so that morning was a wake-up call that maybe I'm doing too many drugs. So later that evening, I went and bought shrooms.
Hell yeah.
Here's the thing, because I need to buy shrooms because I was going to visit some family members and they wanted some shrooms because apparently I just am the latest in a long line of dysfunctional people. But here's the thing, when you need to get shrooms on short notice, you need to find whoever you can find to have them. And in my case, the only person I could find that had shrooms was a 25-year-old very attractive model. Which again, sounds great on paper. But here's the thing, I had to meet her at the parking lot of the Red Rock Casino here in Las Vegas. And here's the scenario. You have me, at the time, a 39-year-old fat, bald dude in the backseat of a car with a very attractive 25-year-old woman, handing her $100. in a parking lot of a Las Vegas casino at 11 o'clock at night. Like no, like every other word in that sentence sounds like probable cause. Like forget being busted from security, all right? I was worried I was going to get out of the car and Chris Hansen was going to be waiting for my ass. It's like, why don't you just sit down on the curb over there? Like, God damn it. Yeah, as like I said, I love living in Vegas most of the year. Yeah, here's the thing that we're about to hit summer. And if you've never experienced summer in Las Vegas, just imagine the sun is personally mad at you, okay? It's like, here's the thing. And skinny people especially don't get how bad it is for people like me. Like I'm 270 pounds, okay? All right. And I'm the palest person. Like I spend all day indoors playing video games. All right. I walk outside and it's just like Mother Nature's like, oh, fuck that guy in particular. Like it's getting so hot now, I cannot tell you where my legs end and my balls begin. My entire crotch at this point looks like a Salvador Dali painting. All right, my name is Harvey Starr. You've been fantastic. Have a great evening.
All right. He's not trying to melt and relax around here. Oh man, that was a terrible Salvador Dali joke. Okay. Terrible. Can you turn that off, dear? Card carrying art historian. I can't make Salvador Dali jokes. That's stupid. Okay. Hey, we're moving forward. We're just gonna move forward. And guys and gals, I want to clarify. Yes, the registration process was very complex. Thank you for dealing with it and for being here. Hey, we're building virtual infrastructure. We're making a house where we all can live. And we're trying, it's like the first time the Amish ever did a barn racing. You really think that it only took a day? Literally the first time. Maybe by the second time. Okay. Coming up at us next. From Haarlem, that is in Holland in the Netherlands. He's a Sudanese comic who found his way to rampantly through Harisonila's Foreign Objects International Mic, which is on Sundays at 12 p.m. Eastern. You should check it out. Give it up for Fakhri Faisal. Woo!
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I'm great to be here. So as Julie mentioned, that my name is Fakhri. I'm from the Netherlands, Haarlem, not New York. I'm from Sudan originally, and as everyone talking about weed, so I'm here in Netherlands. There's weed is legal, but I don't smoke weed. But I poop 3 to 5 times a day, which is really, my wife make me feel bad about this. And she told me to go and check the doctor because I really poop so much. Then one day we have an argument and she told me, and I told her, like, why are you so full of shit? She told me, yes, I am, because I poop twice every day, not like you 3 to 5 times. So my wife literally think that people who don't shit often, actually, they are full of shit. But yeah, so the other day also, as you know, that my name is Fakhri. It's short for Fakhruddin. And the other day I went to a job interview, and the job interview lasted for 1.5 hours. And 30 minutes was about the job, and the other 1 hour is about the guy asking me how to pronounce your name. And I was like, come on, just forget it. Yeah, so as you may all notice that my English is not my first language. And yeah, so I'm from Sudan, and which was colonized by British. So I supposed to have a decent English level, but I only started speaking English in 2013. And yeah, so before that, my English was very bad. And in high school, that I asked to write a composition about forest. And that time I didn't know what forest means. So I was thinking that, okay, forest is like a superlative of the four, like for a forest, like happier. So my composition was terrible. It was like, oh, my forest, like meaning in life that I've been accepting this school. It was terrible. And the most terrible it was that my teacher gave me 7 out of 10 for that shit I wrote. So that's why it took me too long to get into comedy, because I thought people would not understand me until I knew that Future, the rapper that everyone understood his songs and he became famous. So I said, people can understand me as well. So yeah, yeah, guys. So I'm happily married. I'm married to a European woman, and I just had a baby girl also last month.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you very much. And I cannot tell you guys, the pregnancy and delivery is really hard and it's too much pressure and it's too much intense. I was standing for like 14 hours and I didn't eat for the whole day, guys. And my wife, when she was pushing, she really was squeezing my hand and it's really hurt too much. You asking about my wife and the kids was fine, but it was a terrible day for me. Delivery is really hard for us. And I did something like very big mistake that, guys, I should not tell you to do it in the delivery room. That's I expressed my pain verbally to a room full of women and one pregnant woman that's giving birth. I told them, oh, my back is killing me. And all the women there look at me at once and told me, nigga, get out of here. And this is the only place that white woman can tell a black guy N-word. Yes. So guys, most of the people can be really racist without knowing. So the other day, last year in September, we were traveling from Amsterdam to Bulgaria to my wife's hometown. And in the airport, I give the passport to the lady at the check-in and she asked me, oh, so you're going to Bulgaria? I said, yes. And she told me, oh, so you need a negative COVID test. I told her, like, why? And she told me, no, because you're flying, so you need a negative test. So I told my wife, we check online and that was not required. She told me, no, not you, wife, only you, because you are not European, you're not EU. So I told her, wait a minute. So me and my wife live in the same country, in the same house, in the same room. She is immune, she's European, and I am not because I'm Sudanese. And she told me, sorry, yes, this is the rules. I told her, rules is racist, ma'am. So I asked her, where is the bathroom? And she told me it's just around the corner. So I told her, ma'am, you need to go and take a shit because according to my wife, you're so full of shit. So guys, my name is Fakhri, that's my time. Thank you very much.
Right. We're gonna scoot it along. Let's scoot it along. Coming up next from Cleveland, Ohio. That's the city where Rampantly was born. You didn't know this show was tonight, so why are you number 6 on the list? We will send an angry mob to your home later. Give it up for Ryan Weiss. Yeah!
Woo! Yeah. Woo! Give it up for everybody you guys have seen so far. Yeah! So great to be here. Holy shit, there are so many East Coasters late on the list. I am so sorry for you guys. Why are the people from Toledo and Cincinnati at the end? Because you guys live in shit cities, that's why. Moving on. Cincinnati sucks. I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry. I just a little bit of shade there. It's been a beautiful show. I'm so excited to be here. I'm not awake at all for this. I apologize for yawning right between the poop joke and the racism joke in the last set. I do apologize. But that was hilarious. That fucking apparently white people don't catch COVID. You should tell all of Ohio that shit. That's beautiful. So I have been doing comedy for a while now, but I think it's first to let you guys know that I did graduate valedictorian of my school. I just want you guys to know that now, because it really just highlights every other bad decision I've made in my life. It's doing great for me. I also have to point out that it was a special needs school. There were 12 people in my class, and I was apparently the top one. No, it's great though to be the valedictorian of a special needs school. It's really great when you put that on a resume. The job offers that you get are just amazing. I am currently a maintenance technician level 1. Now, for those of you that don't know what that is. It means janitor. I'm a fucking janitor. Okay, that's what it is. And my dumbass was like, maybe if I come in and work really hard, I can make it to maintenance technician level 2. I'm a fucking janitor and I'm performing at midnight. This is all going well for me. I really peaked in high school is all I'm saying. It was really great to, you know, be here, be a single parent, be taking care of my mother who has dementia. What's really fun about my mom having dementia is I like bringing her to my shows because she forgets that she's already seen the jokes like every single time. Basically what I'm telling you is dementia is like the funnest disease that your elder parents can get. Like, you know, she asked me what day it is and I tell her it's Snods Day and she accepts that. And it's not a real day, you know, like every morning I turn on the news from her and it was like the news from 5 years ago. So she still thinks Obama is president, which I think we can all agree is an improvement over the last 5 years of our lives. No? Okay, just me. Me. The best thing though about dementia is, you know, I'm the one forgetting my jokes. That's the best thing about dementia. It's fallen onto me. Listen, this has been my set. For all of you comedians here, come check us out at the Stay at Home Show. You're welcome to perform there too. Thanks Rampantly for putting this all on. And I am done. I'm going to bed. You guys have been beautiful. Toledo and Cincinnati, good luck.
Woo! Give it up for Ryan White. A Cleveland comedian, if you ever find yourself out that way. Cleveland's. Yep, the Midwest truly is the breadbasket of comedy. Coming at us next. You wouldn't believe it, but he lives in Philadelphia. Yes, indeed, he does. Yeah, we haven't seen him in a while. We're so glad he's back. Hey guys, look, give it up for Yash. It's Yash Punati.
Yay! Thank you, Jolie. Thanks a lot. Glad to be here. And I only know a few of you, so I thought I'd start off by introducing myself properly. First of all, I want to tell you that I'm not Jewish or Black. I just wanted to lower your expectations as far as comedy is concerned. But if you're looking for help with spelling big words or tech support or tantric sex, that's where I come in. All right. Yeah. So my name is Yash, and as the smarter ones among you might have guessed, I am originally from Iowa. Yeah, the rest of you are still trying to figure it out. Okay, cool. But before that, yes, India. So there are 1.3 billion of us Indians in this world. That number, of course, is from last month. It could be up to 2 billion by now. You never know. Okay, you never know the way we are going. So we Indians, we wrote the original sex manual, the Kama Sutra, the one with all those sex positions. By the way, I can't believe that we did not copyright those positions. I mean, if we had copyrighted those, right? I mean, anytime you guys use those positions, you'd have to pay us a quarter. That's it. And maybe $1 for the more complicated positions, you know, the ones that involve ropes and pulleys and, you know, where the girls' legs come out this way. You know what I'm talking about. I see some of you nodding, right? Yeah. Good. Yeah. But I'm guessing that the Catholic Church already collects for the missionary position. So that one's off the table. My wife and I, you know, we've been married for over 30 years. So at the rate of a quarter per use of those positions over all these years, I'm guessing that I probably owe maybe $5 by now. I know. You're probably wondering how we Indians are going to collect all that money. Don't worry. We have all of your credit card and banking information, okay? We have that. Don't worry about that. Okay. By the way, one of my pet peeves is these sweeping generalizations people throw around. People say, oh, you Indians, you're all smart. Actually, I like that one. Let's keep that one, okay? But people always say, you know, like that Americans are terrible with world geography. I don't know about that. I mean, the other day I was walking down the street. I see this guy walk out of a sports bar, takes one look at this face, and he's screaming, "Go back to Delhi." Yeah, he said, "Go back to Delhi." I'm like, wow. I could have been from any of 20 different countries, right? Pakistan, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, even Mexico. No, not only did he get the right country, he got the right capital to go with that. That is brilliant, okay? I gave the guy a thumbs up. Okay, I just had to. All right. By the way, in all my years of flying, this happened a couple times when the pilot comes on and says they have a medical emergency and they're looking for a doctor. I'm an engineer. I'm not buying this bullshit. I mean, are you telling me that not once did you need the services of an engineer? Come on. I mean, don't you have a check engine light come on the dashboard, right? Or you have all those toilets. Not once you needed the services of a plumber, right? Or you always have the turbulence and the passengers are all frazzled. You need maybe the services of a comedian to calm them down. Think about that, right? Although, you know what? That last one, I take it back because you know what? At 30,000 feet, no one wants to see a brown comedian kill or bomb. By the way, over these past few months, I've been binge watching shows like The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. Brilliant show. You guys should check it out. It's about a Jewish housewife in the 1960s New York City who gets into stand-up comedy. After watching that show, even a goy like me, actually a putz like me, gets the chutzpah to get up here and pretend, to be funny, right? Do my shtick and pretend to be funny. Oy vey, right? I started calling my wife a shiksa. I asked her to make me a biscuit the other day, right? So it looks like this show is rubbing off on me. Anyway, thanks, guys. That's my time.
Yeah, let's give it up for rubbing off on Yash. In the spirit of Blue Mike.
Hey, I'm repping the merchandise, rampantly merchandise.
Look at that. That is a vintage comedy t-shirt. Of which there are maybe 10 remaining, and they now cost $79. We determine the rate of inflation. Control the means of replication and transmission. All right, comics. Let's keep this show going out of Chicago. Oh, that background looks so beautiful on her. I'm going to give myself that compliment since I designed that, but I did it with this beauty in mind. Give it up for Miss Paige Stover. Yay!
I love this background. I hope I'm not too slow today. I didn't get to celebrate 420 because I got my second vaccine and I heard not to mix like THC and mRNA. It's just too many initials for the immune system. So I'm here, but I'm excited to be on another Zoom call. I don't know about you guys, but I've never been so tired of my own fucking face.
Yeah.
Just done with it. I actually started doing like a facial regime during quarantine because I'm so sick of looking at myself. So I started with just the really basic, like every night before I went to bed, I would just wipe my face down with one of those disposable wipes. But then I decided I wanted to really get to like the root of what I needed. So every night now before I go to bed, I wipe my face down with a wet $20 bill and throw it away. It's definitely working though. I feel like I have more energy, which might just be the residual cocaine. But I do feel younger every time I look at my bank account balance. It's like I'm 22 all over again. So it's fantastic. I've been going through some changes in my life. I'm back on the dating scene after like a 10-year stretch of monogamy. I think the thing that's changed the most since then is all of the new ways that guys have to tell us that they're jerking off to us, which has been really interesting. Like there's Snapchat, there's Instagram, I guess Zoom, if you're feeling professional, is an option now. You're all above board. And guys, I just have to tell you, if you like a woman's photo on Facebook after midnight, it's automatically converted to a like. We know. It's not a secret. And then of course there's the dick pics, which is a bigger problem now than it used to be. and I have some advice, gentlemen. If you are sending a woman a picture of your penis next to a Monster Energy drink can, the only thing that she is thinking is, do I want to fuck a guy who drinks Monster Energy drinks? No, I do not. That's it. So don't do that. I also think there's a weird disconnect with dick pics, because I feel like guys are always like, yeah, no, I would love it if a woman sent me a picture of her boobs. I'm like, who wouldn't? Boobs are great. They're life-giving. They're fantastic. They're joyful. They're bouncy. They're wonderful. When a guy sends me a picture of his erect penis, it comes with expectations. You have just added something to my to-do list. Like, please take care of this. Like, no, thank you. This is not bringing me joy. I have all this stuff to do, and now you want me to deal with that too? No. But anyway, like I was saying, I am back on the dating scene after a really long relationship, and we weren't married, so it was one of those things that sort of kind of drug on towards the end. It was like, should we stay together? But I knew it was really over because I came home from work one day and I caught him reading the jokes I'd already written about our breakup. But he didn't laugh. So it's like 10 years of emotional and sexual neglect are one thing, but if you're not going to laugh at my jokes, we have nothing. You guys laughed, so that's good. I think I want to keep seeing other audiences, if that's okay. I have been doing like the polyamory thing since we broke up. So that's been really interesting. Before COVID, the hardest part of polyamory was scheduling, for sure. And for a while I was like, I wish I could just make like an app and I could just have all the times I'm available and they could just go in and pick a time that they're free. And then I realized that I had just invented Open Table for my pussy. I'm like, can you just imagine those customer service phone calls? Like, I'm sorry, the time you selected at 7 is no longer available. Would you be available at 9? You'll have to come in the back door. I just don't see that going well. But really the biggest difference in the last year has been, poly used to be, it's really just where they stick the swab. It's the biggest change. So that's it for me. That's all I've got. So I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Thank you, Julie, for this wonderful show.
Paige. Yeah. Give it up for Paige Stover. Oh God, I love you guys so much. And most of all, I love your tolerance for me and my cookie antics. Like the way that I slotted this show by making you jump through multiple hoops. Hey! Steve Wheeler, put your hand in the air if you shared your meme. I'm on gallery view. Anyone share your meme on social media? Oh, I'm seeing if we have a bingo in any direction. We almost had a bingo on this third row.
I did. Jolie, did you get an? Oh, I thought that was a tattoo for a second, but I realized that's your necklace.
Yeah, this is my necklace, or it's actually secretly my bib holder.
Oh, what?
Yeah, they'll be available in the web shop soon as we continue whoring ourselves out to stay afloat. It's the Las Vegas 420 Comedy Festival of some kind. It just got a very long name. It includes marijuana. Who's coming
Rampantly
up next?
Mike, Las Vegas Cannabis Festival Comedy.
Oh, listen to that! Is that Martin Morrow?
That is me. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, he's finally answering my calls. Hey, Martin, these guys are giving me, they're giving me some trouble. I don't know. They're giving me a little trouble here tonight. Could you just take things for a minute?
Do you need old Uncle Martin to come in here and settle the score?
Yeah, I'm gonna go take a breather on my queef machine. I mean, my yoga trapeze for a minute.
Okay.
All right. And I'm gonna put the rest of the list in the chat. Hey guys, he's out of Los Angeles, not doing these with the Las Vegas. He was on some shows and stuff. You should Google him. He's also been in commercials and stuff for NFL and Skittles and more. Sorry, better credits in that. Give it up for Martin Mendoza.
Hello, everybody. So yeah, I got too high earlier and could not remember what the login is for any of this. So I was like, man, this is the one time where too many emails is the detriment to to everything I'm trying to do. Yeah, I'm also like at another show, or I was at another show. The show ended, but I'm outdoors. That's why I'm wearing a lot of clothes because it's cold. Okay, so see, you can hear people in the background yelling.
Martin, can you see if I put the list in the chat, will you be able to see it?
Yes, I can see it. I see. Yes, I see. He's going to take over for a little. Martin is our co-host. Next up, okay, I won't say your name yet. You have to wait for that, guys. Tron, were you guys able to tell that we were different people just now?
No, they couldn't. No, all black people look alike.
Reed Clark. See, I bet just now you thought, what are you doing? I bet you guys all were like, wow, how did he multiply it to 3?
Changed so fast.
I can't. She feels the vibe.
All right.
With her vagina juice. That's
Martin,
what it
I gave
does.
you your prompts. I gave you your prompts. The nice people want to hear Amanda Kacasey.
Yes.
Garden.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
All right,
Hey,
thank you,
let's
guys. All right.
do
Okay.
it.
Wait. So, guys, I'm going to be your co-host for this evening. Like I said, I'm leaving the biggest weed party in all of Anaheim right now, guys. So many stoners. Look at this,
It's
guy.
true. I mean, you're not wrong.
On drugs,
You're not
guys.
wrong.
We did this for the rampantly
Another
Las
show,
Vegas-
you
Will you
wild.
put those on here for us, if anything?
We did it for the rampantly 420 comedy cannabis festival of marijuana and laughter and jokes and the things that make you smile. Oh my God.
And all this marijuana right
Yo,
here.
and this is check out this brand as well. Atrium Weed, Atrium Marijuana. Please follow them on Instagram.
3 years, High Times Magazine, Best Marijuana.
Yes, 3 years running. High Times Best Magazine.
OG 90.
Yes, OG 90. So make sure to check that out.
93, yeah.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
She said, give it to him.
All right, tell them we'll
I
invoice him
made
for the
his-
ad
okay.
placement.
So guys, I am a I'll say this real quick, then I'll bring up our next comic. I'm an only child, so I tend to whine a lot to get my way, and I wanted an extra pre-roll, so I was literally just over here like, well, I want another one, and then eventually his wife gave it to me, but she was like, just give it to him so he'll shut the fuck up. And I think that's the energy we should really put out into the world more. It's just to get men to shut the fuck up, right? Am I right, ladies? Yes. Speaking of ladies, guys, our next comic you're gonna absolutely love, all the way from Winter Garden, it's Amanda Kacasey.
Hi everyone. How is everyone tonight?
Hi.
Good. I'm glad. It sounds like overall we're good. It has been a weird week for me down here. Now unfortunately, my mother, father, and sister got COVID. They're fine. It's fine. I can joke about it. But it feels like we're playing the most fucked up game of Survivor I've ever played in my life, because we're just like one by one getting it. I had a gig in VR the other night, and as soon as I got into the room, my remote controllers just died. And I was like, oh shit. So I run out of my room to go find some batteries. My dad goes, what are you doing? I tell him, I gotta get batteries. I don't know. I gotta get my thing started up. As I'm looking, he comes in, he sanitizes a few batteries, and he hands them to me. I was like, oh, Dad, thank you. Where'd you get these, though? And he goes, oh, my oxygen reader. I said, oh my God, now I can't bomb. Because if I bomb and my dad dies, that's fucking terrible. But no, he survived. He's good. We moved to Orlando, Florida a couple years ago. I moved first because that's what you do when your life is going well. You move to Orlando from New York. I just want to tell you right now that if you know anyone who lives in a different place and they're telling you that they want to move to Florida, they're not doing well. You gotta help them out. I used to I live with my family now. I was supposed to only live here for about a month, and then the pandemic happened. So it's been a year. But before I lived with my mother and father, I lived with roommates. And I would rather live in a cardboard box than live with roommates again. I had a roommate one time that invited over a pack of Mormon missionaries to try to convert me. And then I had another roommate who I learned the hard way that you got to better screen your roommates. I put out an ad and I get a response, and where I'm interviewing him, and he tells me, he tells me I got accepted to college for philosophy, but I didn't go because there's no better way to learn philosophy than living it in the real world. And I was like, all right, ew, first of all. It's like, second of all, so I should not have invited him to move in with me. I should have ended the conversation, and I definitely should not have fucked him. That was the biggest mistake. I feel like after I did that, there was no going back. We were in the car one night driving home from somewhere, and there was a storm rolling in, and he tells me, and I told him, I love storms. They're my favorite. And he goes, do you love storms because you're messy and chaotic and you lead to something beautiful, just like a thunderstorm? I was like, no, I just really like when the sky goes boom. I like when that happens. And also messy and chaotic. Fuck you, first of all. And secondly, if you were a storm, you would be a hurricane warning, because I'd get all worked up and nervous, but at least I don't get wet at the end. Thank you, everyone. I've been Amanda Casey. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, give her Amanda Casey.
Amanda Casey, ladies and germs.
Yeah, Martin, she's all over comedy therapy. She was the final. Wait, sorry, runner-up, right? Were you a runner-up, Amanda, in the
Yes.
March Madness competition?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Yeah, they started with like 68 comics or something, and she was
something like that.
runner-up. Awesome.
So you're the what was that one college that everyone was really cheering for this past Sweet 16?
Yeah.
I'm a mid-level black person. So my knowledge of college basketball is not where I'll know college basketball stuff way too late. They're like, oh yeah, Michael Jordan, he played for the Blue Devils in North Carolina. That's my college basketball knowledge. So but congratulations, Amanda. Can we all give it up for Amanda real quick again?
Yeah. Hey Martin, you're on your phone, right?
I am on my phone.
I feel like you're far enough away from it that someone could run by and swipe it from you.
No, I'm in my car right now. I have 3 witches also with me right now.
He's driving Lyft.
Yeah, I'm not. Shut up. I'm not driving Lyft.
He brought his own audience.
Yeah, I feel like I'm stressing Jolie out much. But who's not going to stress you out is our next comic, you guys. You are gonna absolutely love this next performer all the way from Tucson, Arizona. Give it up right now for Alana Erickson.
Oh, cool. I haven't gotten an air horn before. Awesome. Hi, guys. So I took an edible before this all started, and it kicked in during Paige's set. So we're going to see how this goes. But I had to start taking edibles, and I just started taking them this year, and it's great because it's turned me from a Karen to a Becky. So I'm a lot nicer to people at restaurants now. So that's good. During the pandemic, my husband has been growing this man beard, which is fine. But every time he goes down on me, I feel his beard before I feel anything else, and it tickles. So I'm like, it tickles. It doesn't turn him off, so I'm starting to think he has an Elmo fetish. No, but my husband, he's been growing this luscious man beard during the pandemic, and the only reason I know it's a luscious man beard is other men tell him it's a luscious man beard. We'll be at a restaurant or someplace, and they'll be like, bro, nice beard. And he'll be like, bro, thanks, it has pockets. And then he pulls out a Cheeto and eats it. They compliment each other's beards like women compliment each other's dresses. I'm really upset though that he has a beard pocket because he also gets regular pockets, and women, we don't get regular pockets. Men get like these thick, deep pockets that can pull out like a Crunchwrap Supreme and a Polar Pop and a puppy for when I'm having a bad day. But women, we get like these tiny, tight pockets that are sometimes just faking it. Like women's jeans are basically women in the bedroom. Like it is just not kind. No. What other things? What other things do men get? Men get functioning razors, which I don't quite understand. Like, men, you guys have to just stand there and shave, or you have to go into like this low squat to get the ball region. But women, in order for us to shave anything, we have to get into some serious yoga poses. Do you know how hard it is to get into downward dog in a bathroom? It's insane. Plus, we keep missing the stupid part of our ankle that we're supposed to shave. Like, that's always hairy. But really, just, I have PTSD even going down the razor aisle. And then my husband will be like, you guys get cool razors. You guys get a Venus one with a little shampoo thingy on there. And I'm like, no. Venus is the Greek goddess of beauty is pain. She is not helping us. I feel like it's unfair because a man razor is here and a woman razor is here making 20 cents less than that man razor. Just unfair. No. Let's see. I love being married. It's cool because I get to feel like I'm an adult. Like I'll just be like filling out 401k forms and buying a house and like cooking dinners. Like, I do none of that. But me saying that I'm married makes it seem like I do some of it. No. It's nice. It's nice. It's also nice to be married to somebody who, where you can kind of say your sexual desires. Like, I once looked at him and went, I no longer want to give you handjobs. And he just went, oh, God, babe, thank you. I no longer want you to give me handjobs. I was like, the fuck? He's like, yeah, it's like you're whittling wood. Like you're just down there just making a boat. It makes sense. No. Let's see, what else? I've started to wear makeup now during the pandemic, which has been weird, just because I never wore it before. And I just wish that Bob Ross had lived long enough for there to be beauty tutorials. Like, you know, here are some happy little eyebrows. Here is some, you know, just happy little blush. There is no mistakes, just that your foundation doesn't actually match your skin tone. I'll leave you with one final thing. My dad was always very, like, trying to make sure that me and my sister didn't turn into strippers. For some reason, he was just like, I really don't want you to be a stripper. And one day I looked at him when he was, like, yelling at me for something. And I was like, Dad, because you won't let me go out with my boyfriend, I'm going to turn into a stripper. And he looked me dead in the eye and said, you can't be a stripper. You have no rhythm. Thank you, guys. I'm Elena Erickson Lopez. Thank you for listening to me.
Hey, give it up for Elena Erickson Lopez. It's always weird to me when dads are like obsessive over their daughter's sex stuff. Like, oh, I don't want her to be a stripper. It's like, why? Because you went to too many strip clubs? Like, what's going on with you?
A little bit better. Hey, I want my money. Hey. Let me see that nice mouth when you talk.
Oh, are you talking to me right now?
We can't really see you, but
see.
that's okay. I mean, that's okay.
Because it's dark and I don't know. I'm driving right now. I don't know if I'm supposed to, if it's legal to actually. Anyone else, like parents, tell you
I don't think
early
it's
in life, like
we probably shouldn't, Martin. You know, we don't want the courts to seize this tape.
No. I'm saying to turn my light on. Like, can I turn my light? Does anyone know definitively if you can or can't ride around with your light on? Because I remember my mom being like,
with you in Syria light. It
Yes,
doesn't
you
feel like
cannot.
it's a
You may
good
not.
time or climate for that.
but what? Okay, why is that illegal? Who made that rule? Who is that dickhead cop?
I mean, you're already high, so.
Causes a glare against the windshield. Yes, that's right. You're already high. Speaking of being high, I think This next guy will make you guys want to get low so that he can leapfrog over you. Give it up for Danny Detchy!
Thank you.
Hey.
Hello, everybody. Hey, I got my green screen up. Thanks, Joey. Thanks, Martin. Yes, and they have the this year, as always, they have the Marijuana Munchie Olympics. Yeah, this year's medals were won. The bronze medal was won by Mark F. for eating his shoes. Silver medal was won by Linda G. for eating her laptop, including charger. And the gold medal goes to Aquaman McKenzie for eating an entire 30-gallon aquarium. Okay, those are the Marijuana Munchie Olympics. Okay, so my friend was really excited. He said, "Hey, I got my medical marijuana card." And I said, "Oh, what happened? Did you get a paper cut or somebody hurt your feelings on Facebook?" Okay, that's weird. Alrighty, those are my marijuana rants. So anyway, my aunt was really excited. She said she got the Johnson. She said, "Oh, did you get the vaccine?" And she said, "No." Great. So speaking of that, I broke up with my last girlfriend because it's supposed to be dirty. So okay, I broke up with my last girlfriend because she didn't like doggy style. And she said, "Stop that! I don't like doggy style." And I said, "What? You don't like Scooby Doo? Scooby Doo likes you." Okay, great. So, and along those lines, did you see there was a survey on the news that said that 62% of America's workers are having sexual relationships with someone else in the same workplace? So that got me thinking, man, I need to get a job. Yeah, I need to get a job. So, okay, screw that. So, I was going to say something like that. Oh, yeah, I recently got a car. I got me a Real Man's car. It's a big old 79 Oldsmobile. Gets an estimated, I don't care, miles per gallon, and its hood ornament is a smart car. So I took my car for a car wash and a Brazilian wax, and when I got my car back, all the carpets were gone. Brazilian wax. Great. So anyway, the other day the other day I actually got attacked by a mugger. Yeah, sorry, I got the giggles. Anyway, the other day I got attacked by a mugger. This guy comes after me. And then all of a sudden, this big woman comes out of nowhere. She just slams this mugger right down to the ground, and then she handcuffs him. So I figure she must be an undercover cop. So I ask her, "Excuse me, are you SFPD?" And she says, "No, BDSM." So so we dated, and I remember coming home one night, and there she is wearing nothing but a Freudian slip. And she says to me, "So, Danny boy, are you ready for your punishment?" I go, okay. And so she ties me up between these two posts, and then she puts the TV in front of me and forces me to watch golf. I mean, I was hoping for spanking or whippers, but not golf. But anyway, we broke up because she was a Republican. Yeah, I didn't see her Ronald Reagan tattoo until it was too late. It was on her fist. Yeah, that's okay. Relationships can be expensive anyway, because for the first date, you gotta get the flowers and the dinner and the movie. And if you want to get a little intimate, you gotta get, the handcuffs and the rope and the giant roulette wheel with throwing knives and a banjo. Yeah, it starts to add up, especially if you need the banjo lessons and the knife throwing lessons because you want to practice safe sex. And the other day I overheard this woman telling her friend saying that she's polyamorous. So I chirped in. I said, "Yeah, I'm polyamorous too. So how about the 37 of us get together sometime?" Okay, right. So on another note, hey, when I go, I don't know why I gotta go. Anyway, on another note, when making beer battered fish, do you use a full beer bottle or an empty one? So let's see. The Olympics are happening. They're coming up, and the swimming team, the guys, they always shave their body hair so they can swim faster. But in 1972, Mark Spitz won 7 gold medals with a mustache. There you go. And people wonder, why do they have the curling in the Olympics? Well, that's so they would give the ushers more time to clean up the stands. My father was a peaceful man. He would always beat me with an olive branch. Yeah, also, those notes. I keep seeing that. Johnny drink water. I'm afraid you're going to make him spit out the water. So anyway, okay, I'll finish up with a Tiny Tim's song since it's marijuana. I think he smoked pot. Anyway.
Woo! He does smoke pot. Woo!
Thank you. I'm Danny Dutchie.
Deep to
Give it up for Danny, everybody.
Yay! Give it up for Danny Dutchie,
Yeah.
everybody. Danny Dutchie. He's got more
Danny
than like
Dutchie is my
everybody
favorite.
on the show.
Danny
Sorry,
Dutchie is my favorite turtle that fucks.
Close. I've been called Kermit the Frog. You know.
What? I can see that as well, Danny.
Yeah.
One of my co-writers right now said you look like a chemistry teacher in a movie. So you have that going for you, Danny. If you ever do some acting stuff.
Yeah.
Well, guys,
Hold on, Martin. This is the first
speaking of
time that Danny
chemistry,
Dutchie has
we're
ever
about
used a virtual background. Sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. This is the first time Danny Dutchie has ever used a virtual background, I think.
Yeah, thanks. I got the green screen last night. I put it up. It's up on the roof, and
Yes,
there you
but
go.
tell me, baby, tell me. You only got the green screen because he likes the background, right?
yeah. Oh yeah. I want to put the blue light. I want to put all the rampantly stuff on the back.
Yes,
Yeah.
it looks good on you. Hey, Martin, take it away, baby.
Yes. All right. Well, speaking of chemistry, just pretend that they didn't have the diatribe in between. Speaking of chemistry, this next performer is going to mix it up with some music. Give it up right now for Johnny Michael.
Yay! Encore!
I don't want the world to know. I don't want my heart to show. I jerk off guys. Yeah, ha, 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 yeah, ha, hi. I pretend that I'm happy. That means gay. But I'm Mr. Blue. That's less gay. I pretend that I'm happy. That's still gay. Since I blew you. I jerk off guys. Oh no, no. One named Barry, one named Ty. I jerk off guys. One was artsy, one was spry. One to laugh and one to cry. Will I laugh or love again? She'll never see me cry. Still I walk with a smile on my face, knowing I swallowed that guy. I pretend that I'm carefree, my heart and I pretend that I'm carefree, but it got in my eye. Two faces have I. Oh no, no. One with cum and one that's dry. Two faces have I. One with cum and one that's dry. One with cum and one that's dry. One with cum and one that's dry.
Johnny Michael, everybody. Johnny Michael.
Johnny Michael.
Yes, and just remember, guys, if you would like to listen to that song, it is available on the newest Kids Bop album. So make sure you go pick that up at a Walmart near you on the latest Kids Bop record. Kids Bop, come again. All right.
How's the driving
Jolie,
going?
Oh my goodness. I'm stuck behind a really weird. I feel like a newscaster right now. I'm stuck behind a truck that
I hope they're paying
very
for
much
to hear
feels-
this show in that car. You should be asking them for some bones. They seem to be enjoying your
no,
funny jokes.
they've already entrusted their lives with me. So I feel like asking them for money after that is a lot.
Can I ask you, where are you right now?
I'm on my way back to LA from Anaheim.
Okay. If you come through WeHo, stop over if the show's still going on. I don't know my geography, so that's probably a far cry. So never mind.
Well, I sent you my phone number several times. Just text me the address.
People, you can't send me stuff. I'm a black
I don't have
hole.
Facebook on my phone.
We opened a portal. Okay.
Yes.
You want me to introduce?
Jolie, who's next?
You know, he needs no introduction, so we're not going to give him one. It's Nick Babian. Woo!
Hey.
Thanks, guys. So today I feel like I want to talk about people's heroes. I find it weird because as an adult, you're really not supposed to have heroes, but here I am. Mine is my girlfriend, and the best way I could describe it is my relationship to her being my hero is very much like my relationship to Batman. Because as Batman, when you're a kid, you look up to him, you're like, this is awesome. He's got, all these abilities. He's always got a plan for everything. He's got all these cool gadgets. But as an adult, you're like, you know what? I could solve the crime problem if I had $1 trillion trust fund. I wouldn't even need to fight crime. I could just pay people not to do it. I could literally just go up to any street corner and be like, hey, are you selling cocaine? I will take all of it. Here's 50K, done deal. I could do that for an entire city block. I just cleaned up better than the police. So dealing with that, it's like, how do you deal with that with your girlfriend being your hero? Well, I admire her, but at the same time, it's kind of weird because she is a morning person, and I'm just wowed by that because not only is she a morning person, but she's able to jump out of bed and click her heels, put her finger out, and a bird lands right on it and just sings right to her. Me, every time I wake up, it's like I got pulled out of the Matrix too early. I'm just looking around like, what is this? What is my hand? What world am I in? Can I move shit with my mind? Wish I could. But yeah, aside from that, she's able to wake up and just instantly have the energy to do anything. She's also able to go to sleep to anything. Her favorite thing is she can fall asleep to Forensic Files because she finds the narrator soothing. If no one's ever seen Forensic Files, basically it's a show about how murder victims were murdered. And the voice is very much like this. So she'll fall asleep to, but what Carol didn't realize is that her neighbor was hiding in the closet with a knife. And this night would be her last. Huh? Oh, yeah, whatever. Me, I'm just like watching that, thinking like Batman, be like, well, how did he know to hide in the closet? Does he know that there's not a dog there? Does she also have a knife with her? Is she trained for Kung Fu? Is he trained for Kung Fu? Are they going to have a Kung Fu battle? Is that what happened? Was there a Kung Fu battle and then he attacked her with a knife? I'm thinking all this and she's just like, so peaceful. It's at the point where we've been together for so long that anytime when she has to sleep without me, she's like, babe, I don't know what to do. I'm used to sleeping with you, but now, we're so far away. What do you want me to do? I'm like, I could always read the obituaries. That's my time, guys. Thank you so much.
Hey, Nick Babian. Nick Babian, give it up for Nicky.
Babian. Guess what, Nick? You just put a baby in this car.
Martin, legal has told us that it may be a problem for you to be literally driving a vehicle during this show. So can you assure us that you're not driving a vehicle?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
On a live stream while being under the influence of drugs?
I am currently I am not under the influence of drugs.
We're okay. We're in talks about whether we can let you like. What if you pull over? Could you pull over to the side of the? No, you can't. You got.
I want to go home. So
we know who's gonna take us home. I think the next time it's gonna take us home.
I feel like we have a lot of comics. So I'll log off for now. I'll be back as soon as this birdie lands. How's that sound?
Why don't you do that? That sounds good to me. I have had 3 weeks of no sleep. That's right, 3 weeks. That's how long it took us. That's how long it took me to build the website and brand and launch all the 30 shows, guys. We've got 30 shows this week. So so we're moving on to our next comic. But before we do, I just want to say thank you to everyone who bought a 5-day performer pass. If you haven't bought one yet, you still can. And honestly, it's worth it. We had 7 breakout shows tonight, in addition to the 3 live stream shows. And they were all different kinds of shows from different production companies that do virtual shows around the country. We have shows every day this week from Comedy Therapy New Jersey. We have shows from Hot Breath. They're actually doing a feature show tomorrow. If you want to see that, that'll be at the 6:45 PST block in the main session. We have podcast recordings that are happening, including conversations with legendary comedians. That's right. We successfully attracted them to our platform because we have our heads in the right place, my friends. We're doing the good work.
Hell yeah.
And part of that is the jokes that you tell. And hey, I don't want to ruin any of his punchlines, so it's hard for me to give him a funny introduction. Coming up next, he's the host of Rampantly's new dollar mic. It's a mic that he brought to this platform, and he just did a feature version of it. It was probably the coziest breakout stage that we've had tonight on day 1 of the Las Vegas Converted. Blah 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 blah. Okay, hashtag LV420 Comedy Fest. Give it up for out of Los Angeles, Noah Gottlieb. Woo!
Oh, hey, thanks, Jolie. I appreciate it. Look at this. Look at us. Look at this microphone doesn't work. Look at it. It sounds the same. I can put it here. I can put it here. This doesn't. This is my setup. It's good to see you guys. It's good to see. It's good to see Martin driving the car. Just pretend you're not. Just turn the thing off and stop talking about how you're driving a car. All you have to do in that situation to not do illegal activity is just not talk anymore about how you're doing the illegal activity, and then the illegal activity just goes away. But he's gone. It doesn't matter. This is where we are. This is what it is. Happy 420, everyone. I wore this. This is my typical attire. I don't know if you guys can see here. I'm also wearing sweatpants under my suit. Yeah, check that out. I decided to I tucked in my button-down shirt into my sweatpants because I had to go outside, guys. I had to go outside to get Fat Burger, because what would a 420 be if I wasn't eating fast food? So I had to tuck it in. Everybody looked at me like all the people who were working were looking at me like, look at this crazy ass gringo tucking in his fucking button down shirt into sweatpants. What does this guy think he's doing? Okay, but that's the first minute and a half of my set talking about absolutely nothing. Happy Hitler's birthday, everyone. It is Hitler's birthday today. I am your Jewish comic on right now. My name is Noah G. I remember my grandfather, he always used to tell me, he'd say, you know, Noah, if you don't marry a Jewish woman, then you are letting Hitler win. Said, if you don't marry a Jewish woman and have Jewish kids, you are letting Hitler win. Well, guess what, everyone? My name is Noah G. I'm a bisexual Jew, and I am Hitler's worst nightmare. Not only am I going to turn some nice German boys gay, but I'm also going to reproduce. Yeah, suck it, Hitler. But save some for me. That's right. That's the one. That's the thing. It's it. I've been crap, man. I've been looking for work. And that's not what I want to start out with. I want to start out by saying that that I carry myself tall. This is something that people tell me. I'm a pretty short guy. I'm 5'4". They say that I carry myself tall. I don't know what that means. I think it just means that I'm good at lying with my body. I think that's what it is. Which honestly, I think would mean that I would make a pretty good stripper. So I'm looking for work. I've been thinking of going to a strip club, but I'm too short to be working at one of those Magic Mike strip clubs where you got to be Aryan and 6 foot tall. I'm too dark haired and too short in order to work at one of those. Like if I was gonna work at a strip club, like I would probably have to work at a strip club called Shorts. Which is a bummer because we'd all have to wear shorts, and I think my legs are my best feature on my body. I think it's a bummer, but I'd imagine like everything would be half off at Shorts. I don't know, we'd all be short people. I'd work in the short rib room. I'd apply to work at the Lollipop Guild room with all the munchkins, but they wouldn't let me in. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I've been looking for a job. I'm trying to find a job. I've been trying to get a job as a barista. It's unbelievably hard. You would not believe how hard it is to get a job as a barista. They're making me take aptitude tests. Like I have to take an SAT style aptitude test just to become a barista. Like what happens if I ace the test? Do I get to be like chief latte bitch? Is that gonna be my title? I don't know. Do I get to like take tips from all the other baristas? Do I get to tell them what to do? This town's going to shit. It's hard to get a job. My apartment got broken into.
No.
It's no good. It did. There's a homeless man that broke into my apartment. And my sister is so liberal, guys. I tell you what, my sister is so damn liberal. This guy broke into my apartment. I'm like, Hannah, what do we do? He's just there in the living room sleeping. She's like, I think we should keep him. We should what? Like, yeah, I think we should keep him. Like my sister is so liberal, guys. Like, what are you talking about? We can't keep him. She's like, of course we can keep him. He has all his shots. Look, I'm like, those are track marks. He is a heroin addict. So anyway, we have a new roommate now. His name is Homeless Steve. All my friends say that we saved him, but really I think he saved us. And that's my time, everyone. I'm Noah G. Thank you, Jolie, for having me on.
Round in the applause for Noah G. Yes, we are. We are rounding that applause.
Woo! Hell yeah.
Noah, thank you for everything you do for us. You ran a great show tonight.
Hey, no, thank you for giving me the tools to make this work. This is fun. Someone won $50 tonight. So I'd like to do this. Yeah, Josh Mandel. I don't know if he's in the room right now. I know it's late for him.
Joshimashi question mark?
Joshimashi question mark made his first comedy money today, and it was $50 from a show that all the comics voted for him and thought that he was the funniest. So if you guys ever want to hop in on the dollar line,
he doesn't know how much $50 is used to be worth.
Yeah, exactly. But he's probably going to spend it on Fortnite bucks or I don't know, Minecraft, whatever the kids are into now.
Well, maybe I'll just try to sell him a subscription to Randly that's $50 just for Josh Mandel.
that's
right. Noah, you rock. Hey, and listen, if you want to do another cash show at some point this week, let us know, baby. We're gonna whip it out, guys. Did you notice in the Rampantly backstage there's a new mic menu drop down? It's just for the festival. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Comedy Therapy New Jersey has 5 shows this week all together, and they're all on the mic menu. You can register for that show. Now, those shows, they are booked as features, but if you sign up as an audience member with the button in the Rambly backstage, you actually get the Zoom link anyway. And you can promote the show anyway, because guys, we're giving you $3 for every ticket you sell. We're like doing this experimental sociological thing where we're trying to figure out how we can help comics to develop their own material, become their own producers, build their own brands and their own images, and then launch their own shows and monetize them for themselves. And you're in the cradle, baby. All right, let's move this show along. If I can remember who's up next. Oh, yes, indeed. This is a comic that I actually met in real life. That's right. He is a wonderful producer out of Pensacola. He hosts Yikes Comedy in Pensacola. Check them out. They're all over Instagram. And he and another couple comics have made more than one national tour during COVID. And the one that I just saw him on, he actually came through West Hollywood about a month ago when he was headed to Hawaii. I saw him on the front and the tail end of that show. So that's right. We're making connections with each other so we can hang out when we're all on tour moving forward. And we got the cruise ship. We're all going to be on a cruise ship in a few years. It's going to be great. Hey, while we're here, please give it up for my dear friend, Mr. Andrew Ferrara. Woo!
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's 4:20. I haven't been this stoned since Jolie and Rich baked me a cake.
Yeah.
This is great. Guys, I don't know if you know this, but I was reading that THC molecules can connect to milk molecules so that when a mother who's breastfeeding their baby is getting stoned, the baby will also get stoned off the milk, which I'm gay as fuck, but if I knew that a titty could get me stoned, I would have been sucking on them a long time ago. Oh, gosh. I think there should be THC titty bars. All your friends get together, just like, hey, man, you want to smoke? Be like, nah, bro, let's go suckle. You know? Pass around a titty. Hit one titty. Oh, this titty's loud as fuck. You need to try this titty. Try your next titty. Oh, this titty's clogged. Can I get a bobby pin for this titty? Anybody? Y'all smoke weed? I don't think you do. Not like I do, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Guys, let's get blue. It's blue, Mike. Let's get fucking blue. All right, guys. My asshole is like a reverse mood ring. If it's wrapped around your finger, you know I'm happy. Hey. But I'm not a very kinky person, you guys. Like, I'm into one thing. I call it s'mores play. It's when two guys named Graham double team my marshmallowy body while Hershey bar slowly melts on my back. Have a snack and be the snack, y'all. One time, someone asked me if they could eat my butt. Oh, ew, no. You cannot eat my butt. You can eat my ass, but you cannot eat my butt, okay? It's important. No, and so he did it. And afterwards, he was stopped like midway, really, and just said, why do you taste so good? It's like, oh, I don't need to know that I have the creme brulee of butthole, people. No, but I do binge eat a lot of double stuffed Oreos, so maybe he might be right. Could be good. Should give it a try, guys. Oh no. Oh, y'all. I will say, guys, someone asked me to send them a picture of my butt, and I did. And they sent me a message back that just said, nice cunt. I was like, holy shit, I didn't know I had one of them. I would have been getting so many more men throughout my life if I knew I had a cunt. Like, I mean, I don't really know. Honestly, I thought that a cunt was something you put in grandma's heart when it goes out, but then that was a stunt. But then someone told me that was a stint. I really don't know what it is, guys. I need the Merriam-Webster for cunt, please. If we could get that. Please. One time I was having sex with a guy and he said, fuck my boy pussy. Ugh. I've been avoiding pussy for 33 years and you're telling me I'm in one right now? No, I am terrified of pussy. Actually, I'm so scared of vagina. The one thing I'm more afraid of than vagina is a lesbian because they eat that shit for breakfast. Oh, it's tough. You know, like coochie monster. Nom 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 nom. Okay. Oh God. But guys, I had this one guy want me to put his dick in a cock cage. Have you heard of a cock cage? It's a little cage you put your penis in. For what reason, I'm not sure. But he told me he wanted me to put it in a cage and call it his little clitty. And I was just like, sir, I'm too gay for this. We can't. This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. But I guess I can now say that I do know why the caged bird sings. For sure. Wants to come, guys. Wants to come. Oh gosh. Oh, guys, I actually did have sex with a woman once. We'll say that. I know I've been saying gay, but like, I can still have sex with a woman and be gay, just like every man in this Zoom room can have sex with me and still be straight, y'all. Okay, let's make it happen. I'm horny. But I was having sex with this girl and this guy, because this guy asked me to do this threesome with them because this girl was really into two dudes getting off together, and he felt comfortable with me and was like, can we do this? Like, do you want to try this out? I was like, oh yeah, let's do this. So basically we were fucking, so you can add me to the list of things that guys will do for pussy. It's nice. But it was the moment, this was kind of the moment I realized I was gay, because like this girl was sucking my dick and she pulled my dick out of her mouth and says, I love your cock. And I responded, oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. That's so nice. Oh, so that's how I know. Actually, no, the way I found out I was gay was one day I was sitting in my room, just like minding my own business. And all of a sudden, like this big like owl swooped through my window and dropped a letter in my lap. And before I could open and read it, this big bearish man named Fagrid busts down my front door and goes, you're a queer, Harry. That's how it happens, you guys. So you got to keep your windows closed so the closet doors will open. It's just how it goes. Oh. But, you know, I will say that gay cowboys back in the day were slick, because they knew how to talk to each other. They had a system. They'd wear a certain colored handkerchief that would tell other cowboys what they were into. So it's like a color-coded handkerchief system about kinks, which is the gayest thing I've ever heard. I love it. I figured that if I was trying to lasso in one of those gay cowboys, I would just look like a magician pulling all the handkerchiefs out of the back of my throat, going like, which one do you need? I'm desperate. All right, guys, I'm Andrew Ferrara. Have a wonderful night.
Hey. Give it up for Andrew Ferrara. Evoking the rodeo clown. Someone's got to do it. It's part of our historiography, guys. Oh, there was something I wanted. Oh, I forget what you were meant. Oh, that's right. Andrew always reminds me that this is Blue Mike. There's no other comic that's come through my mind who reminds me that this is Blue Mike. And
well, you know, sometimes you sit here and you want to hear the blue, and then I wasn't hearing it. So
I know. Here, let me tell you something. Richard's being like The Shining behind me. That's kind of cute though. So guys, I'll tell you the thing that pops in my head when you started to go blue. Okay, here's the thing, guys. Quarantine's been really long for me. It's been very long. My pussy hairs have grown so long.
How long have they grown?
That's not the punchline I wrote. It's not that kind of punchline, guys. It's really just a vignette into my life. I stood up from my bed during quarantine and I fell off the bed because I had stepped onto my pubes. Like you can't I don't this is just a diagram for you because this isn't a joke so much as it's just a bit of a tutorial. It's possible to step on your own pubes. You just have to be sitting cross-legged on your bed with no clothes on and have pubes that are long enough that you can pin yourself to the bed by accidentally getting your heel into your crotch. So anyway, that's what I did. And my enduring question that I was asking myself after that was like, what do I do? Do I shave my pussy or do I don't know. It's long enough. I could get cornrows.
Yeah.
I could get cornrows, but then I started thinking, I don't really want to condone anyone having sex with anything with cornrows on it. It's not funny. It's like there's just some connection there that Richard's like, why am I appearing on screen when this is happening? This is being broadcast to all of Facebook.
I have a
Thankfully, only a
career.
few of my middle school teachers are friends with me on Facebook, and they're the ones who made me this way. Okay, let's head on to our next comment. Remember
I'm just
when
happy that I was able to get you to talk about your pubes with us today. You know, we needed that a little bit. I just
Yeah.
needed your long pubes.
Very well. When I was little, my mom always used to say, "Oh, your Aunt Luella, she has the longest eyelashes ever." How does, and she said the way that Aunt Luella, and this is from West Virginia, guys. I got a lot of family in West Virginia. She's like, Aunt Luella, the way that she got her eyelashes so long was she would just cut off the very tip of each one, and they would grow back their original length. So I don't know. It sounds like I have a 5-year plan for getting cornrows on my pussy. I'll report back.
Oh, your third
Okay.
eye a little down south.
Okay, Jesus Christ, guys. It's the end of day 1 of a 5-day marathon. Thank God I will not be appearing on screen much tomorrow. I hope you will, though, everyone. We've got some super fun shows going on. Definitely go to rambling.la and check them out. They're starting at 5 p.m. Pacific and going till 10 p.m. Richard, something to say before we move on to our next comic?
Oh no, I just can't stop. I was just moved by Andrew's whole boy cunt thing.
That's great. You can write it.
I can send you the picture.
You can write him a letter.
No, don't. I actually have a punchline for you. DM me.
Okay, keep
Yes.
it above the belt, boys. Above the belt. Randomly HR is in the room. Coming up at us next, out of Chigasaki, he occasionally hosts, and he's part of the production of one of the very few virtual mics I've encountered that actually takes place in a Google Hangout. That's right. Google is so powerful. They can still keep Hangouts going, even though it doesn't make any profit. Maybe it does. I'm just not an essential worker. I would have no clue. All right. He's from England, but he's living in the suburbs of Tokyo. And he reminds me of a deep fried chick that I once saw skewered there. But I love him just the same. Give it up for Peter Seidel!
Right, fucking right. Here we go, though. I do always find it strange, like applauding my laptop when I'm looking at fully clothed men. Never getting used to that. Paige was talking about receiving dick pics taken next to a can of Monster Energy. I mean, I'm not going to do that. I am a refined English gentleman, so my dick pics are taken next to a bottle of Chateau Lafite Rothschild 37. So I do sometimes use the 39 to screen out women of like lesser breeding. Danny said that he saw this survey, like 60% of people are having sex with people at the same workplace. This explains the state of the bathroom in my office. Right, 60% going at it at the same time. Noah's training to be a barista. Like, one time at a networking event, I meet a guy, he hands me a business card. I look at the card, I say, oh, this is cool. You're a barista. What shop do you work at? He says, I'm a barrister. So,
Embarrassed.
one laugh. Excellent. Thank you.
Well, that's
So,
not an American slang word. You know that, right? We don't say barrister in American English.
Oh, okay. Now I know. Good. Thank you. Good, right. Moving on.
It's a judge, right? Sorry. Okay.
Hecklers.
May I? Put your pubes away, Julie. So, right. I've been doing quite a lot of these Zoom shows, and it's fun. It's a good time, but the technology is an issue. Right? Sometimes the lag is so bad. Like, I will tell my jokes, but I don't hear the laughs till the next comedian. So, fucking Zuckerberg sort it out. And at a lot of these shows, like a male comedian will be on screen, he'll say, I have completed all the pornography in quarantine. I've watched everything. I have finished Pornhub. And yeah, exactly. I mean, like I find this dispiriting because I have been uploading as fast as I can. I'm recording. I'm recording twice a day. Like, Jolie, I know you're a subscriber. Please give me a day off. Please. My back hurts and I am clinically dehydrated. I need a break. So I feel sorry for handsome men. Yeah. So because of this, yeah, something I can do that handsome men cannot do. I can go to work exhausted and hungover and no one knows. There, okay, my superpower. So I've decided this yet. So I've decided when I get married, my wife is not going to work after the wedding. She won't work after we're married. Not because I'm some kind of like backward Victorian chauvinist. That's just coincidence. I've decided I am only going to marry a rich widow. I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, it is very sad about Prince Philip, but it does mean that Her Majesty is back on the market. So game on. So yeah, there's two good things about sex before marriage, yeah. First, you're having sex. Second, you're not married. Damn. Win-win. It does crease up the wedding dress, but none of the grooms have ever found out that I have been wearing the wedding dress. Couple more. Yes. Right. I find it kind of aggravating when like women get judgmental about my bedroom etiquette. Yeah. So like women will complain that when I fall asleep after sex, it's a distraction for the next client. Yeah. As if it's my fault I'm a sleepwalker. Right. Last one. I live in quite a small apartment building and my immediate neighbor is a bit of a dick, yeah? So whenever we see each other, he greets me with, "Hey there, Mr. Yabba Dabba Doo." And yeah, I mean, that is annoying. Now I feel like I have to be quiet when I ejaculate. That's the last one. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Woo!
Yeah.
Give it up for Peter Seidel. Woo! Heck yeah. Check out Stand Up Tokyo. Get on the mic, Stand Up Tokyo. They were actually one of the first shows we ever added to the mic menu on the Rampantly app because they participated with us for Comedy back on July 1st of 2020. And that's how I first met Peter Seidel. Comedy is also the next festival coming to our insane platform. So thanks, Peter, for sticking around. Actually, Peter, Richard wanted to show you his wine collection. So I'm going to let Richard introduce the next comic.
I just wanted to let Peter
Tori
know.
Stewart. It's Tori Stewart.
I got you. That if you really wanted to seduce him, you could use a 54 Rothschilds if you wanted to, or the 75 Mouton, which is equally as delicious with the Andy Warhol label on there.
Nice.
I'm just
Definitely.
saying, if you're gonna be creepy, dude, be creepy with good wine.
Yes.
All right, coming to the mic, it is my pleasure to step in one time to Blue Mike and bring to the stage a very funny, very tall, and very generous man. Please give a warm round of applause to the very funny Mr. Tori Stewart.
Hey.
Yo, what's going on, party people? Go ahead and get right into it. Yeah, I was helping a friend of mine move. I'm saying female friend of mine move, man. Lifted up the dresser in the bedroom by the side of the bed. One of the drawers fell out. Guess what fell out? Whole bunch of lady products. It's all over the place. It was all different shapes and sizes, colors. I was so confused. I was like, what the hell? I was like, yo, why you got so many different sizes? And this is when I learned that women, y'all are very, very selfish when it comes to masturbation. Very selfish. She looked at me dead seriously and was like, sometimes I want to get filled up, sometimes I don't. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, that's some selfish ass shit. Cause can't no man do nothing like that. We can't go to the adult bookstore looking for some pocket pussies and fleshlights and be like, hey, let me get one of them virgins. Let me get one of them hoes. Sometimes I like it tight. Sometimes I like it loose. Can't say no shit like that. That shit is selfish as hell. Then I was confused because there's different fucking, like they put race in the weird shit for some reason. Like there was a black one and Puerto Rican one and a fucking white one. And again, just makes no sense to me because I don't go to the adult bookstore like, hey man, let me get one of them Puerto Rican pocket pussies and 2 of them Filipino fleshlights. But I don't just do comedy, man. I'm also trying to start some businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all can go ahead and invest in one of my businesses right now from the ground floor. Selling edible underwear. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, fucking edible underwear already exists. Edible underwear exists in weird ass flavors that women like kiwi, strawberry, and mango passion, shit like that. I want edible underwear and flavors that men like. Baby back rib, steak, fucking poker chip, shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Poker chip?
Nacho
Shit
cheese.
like that, man. Also, let me say this. No more redhead men in porn.
Woo!
No more. Can't have it no more. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't want to see that shit no more in my life. I was watching a porn the other day. Fucking redhead dude is in it. Took his dick out. This lady was about to suck it. I was like, no, man, don't put that raw meat in your mouth. That shit look like you'll catch salmonella. It's all pink and shit. Ugh. Ugh. Need a proper penis, a black one. I may be biased.
Woo!
Yeah. I was watching a movie the other day, and it was based in the future. And they had like flying cars and shit, sort of like Star Wars and all of this type of shit. And a guy got shot in front of a courthouse. And then the dude yelled out, somebody call 911. It's not a fucking line you can have in a futuristic movie anymore. You know why? Because in now times, I can call 911 myself with the cell phone that fucking everybody has. I know homeless people with cell phones, motherfucker. Don't put shit like that in movies anymore. It just pissed me off for some reason that it was in there and I had to vent about it. Also, I want to vent about the Power Rangers. I fucking hate the Power Rangers. I've always hated them and I think it's the stupidest shit in the world. It's 5 motherfuckers fighting one person and the best one fights him first and gets his ass kicked and then the other ones fight. If you can beat the motherfucker that trains me, I don't want to fight you. I'm Tori Seward. Peace.
Yay! Give it up for Tori Seward. Woo! That's Tori. That's Tori Seward. Yes, so good to see you back, bud. And hey, we are going to reboot the Big D. Tori was a regular on a Rambley show called The Big D that kind of converted into something different for a little while, but it's back with a feature show on Friday. First show of the day on Friday.
Jolly.
Olga. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Olga
I'm sorry,
from
but
the
it sounds
Red
so
State.
funny. A regular Big D.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know?
I'm pleased to announce
6'6", it's implied.
time that our friend Auntie Oya from St. Petersburg successfully, what's the word we want to use? She like domineered the Blue Chaser show, and she's actually
they
choosing to
bought me.
rebrand it as the Red Chaser.
One,
So
two,
it's gonna be
three.
Red
3
Chaser
more
from now
pizzas than
until
me.
Comedy. And whoever's talking.
Whatever, it's fine. Anytime.
All right, I love
They
it. I
did.
love it this time of
They
the show.
wasted
Like
the
this is
shit
always
out
the
of my
time when
time.
we get the most.
Can you push a
people
button
who are
on that?
talking, and it's Jason Robo.
Yeah. Up
Hi,
top.
Jason. Hi, Jason. Jason's also someone who trims during his sets. That's good. It's good to see comics making money.
Yeah. Sorry.
Hey, Jason, will you shut the fuck up for a second? I don't think you're on, I don't think you're on next, brah. And I'm trying to mute you. There he is. All right. All right. You guys are great. I'm loving this so much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And please, I encourage you, please, tomorrow, come to the festival. Come. It starts at 5 p.m. Pacific. And we have social rooms and just places where, I mean, you can go into every show. It's so crazy and cool, guys. It was really cool today. Please come back next time. All right. Coming up at you next, I believe his first time on Blue Mike was last week, but we invited him to be in the show out of New York City. You've seen them at Flappers Comedy, the Addison Improv, and Hyenas. Do you think he means Flappers Virtual? Let's see. We got to size him up. Hey, give it up for Danny Yang! Yay!
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me on the show. Yeah, whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, right? Yeah. Except for herpes, which looks like that's that's infecting this room. Hey, my name's Danny. I recently got divorced, and yeah, sounds like
Congrats.
my wife. Yeah, but don't worry about that. That belongs to my ex-wife. Yeah, my friends are trying to set me up on dates, which is interesting. They keep asking me, what type of girl do you want, Danny? What is your type of girl? And I'm a simple guy, all right? The type of girl I want is the kind that any simpleton wants. The type of girl without a dick.
Oh.
Yeah, well, some trans people think that's about them. That's not, okay? Because I would never insult anybody that is a fan of Caitlyn Jenner. Yeah. Mostly because they could probably catch up to me in a race, all right? Because any fan of Caitlyn Jenner knows how to run the 40-yard dash, and I don't want to turn around and catch a javelin in the face. But anyway, let's see here. I had a girl ask me out to dinner, which was interesting, but she said something that I think is full of bullshit. She said, I'll make your favorite food. And I had COVID, okay? So I haven't had my favorite food in friggin' months, So I don't think she can make it. And what's my favorite food? It's bat. But,
Yo.
Yeah. Thank you for getting that one. Yeah, last words of my ex-wife were pretty harsh, okay? The last thing she ever said to me was, Danny, why are you jerking off in the shower? Yeah, so I told her the truth. Look, we haven't had sex in months. I have to jerk off in the shower, because if I jerked off in a bathtub and the drain was plugged, I'd drown. Yeah, think about that one. Let's see. So I have depression. Okay, you probably noticed that. Acute depression and anxiety. It normally strikes me every 2 weeks, bi-weekly, which is right about the same time I see my paycheck. And one thing that's kind of weird is the mental situation makes me blurt out a lot of stupid things. Like I had a job interview and they asked me a simple question. They were just like, hey, what is your greatest weakness? And then I blurted out little boys. Yeah. And then they cover it up. I said little girls, which doesn't make any fucking sense. So I was going little boys, little girls, women, old women, dead women. So I was just digging myself a hole. Yeah, it was a mess. Yeah, but it's a good thing. I still almost got hired because, it looks like the Boy Scouts of America are pretty lenient on that stuff. I guess any organization that makes a book called Scouting for Boys is gonna be. But you know what's messed up is I lie about being gay because I'm not gay, I'm straight. I don't know why I do that. Yeah, I don't know why I do that because either way, the dick is gonna taste the same, And I know you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I saw the other apps. So I kind of think I'm messed up. I was thinking maybe it was because of my upbringing, because American parents treat their kids like gold, and Asian parents treat their kids like lottery tickets. Like if you win, you might get like a doctor or a scientist, even a like Yo-Yo Ma, like a cellist, But if you lose out and go bust, you get a girl. I'm not saying that, okay? That's my parents saying that. That's just me agreeing. So I'm going to leave you guys with this, okay? My favorite James Bond was Sean Connery. Rest in peace, Sean Connery. This is Sean Connery talking to his wife about his laundry. Hold on one second. So, Danny, my wife took out the wash, then shoved it in my face, then goes, look at that underwear. Look at all the stains. Don't you ever wipe your ass? I go, of course I wipe my ass, woman. What do you think I use that underwear for? All right, thanks for the festival.
Woo!
Yeah, give it up for Danny Yang. Whoa! All right, guys, we're making a virtual festival. You're making a virtual festival, and you know what that means, guys? The virtual, did you know it's everywhere? Did you know you can be in this room in St. Petersburg or in Birmingham or in Pensacola? I don't know where Sean Cuthand is from, but I think it's where I'll find the body. Anywho, I'm just so inspired by all of you. This is absolutely wonderful. And I am so happy to bring on our next comic from Brookline. It's apparently, I don't know what state it's in. He didn't say that, but I do know it's spelled with a lowercase b. So it must be outside of Boston. He was a winner of one of Rampantly's Big Blue Balls, and he went on to host the Blue Chaser, I think, or else I'm introducing someone who's not in the room. Josh Mandel, are you still here? Oh, okay. Who wants to pretend to be Josh Mandel? Richard, come on. Actually,
Someone who hosts Blue Chaser.
Let's move it on. That's right. He might be a little salty because Olya rebranded his show as Red Chaser. Okay, I think we got to the butt of that problem. All right, coming up at us next. I feel like he and I have the same mom, and that's why we're so hot. From Indianapolis, let's make a mountain out of John Molehill, folks. Give it up.
Woo, 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 woo.
Thanks, Jolie. You guys like impressions?
Yeah.
If you had any brains, you'd be dangerous. That's my dad.
Yes.
My dad's always saying, "Quit standing in my light, you moron." I was like, I'm pretty sure all that darkness is coming from you, Dad. When I was a kid, he'd be walking me through the store and he'd be like, "Can you move any slower?" And I think if he could see me now, 200 pounds heavier and my knee out, yes, Dad, I can move a lot slower. One of the great things about these Zoom mics is it doesn't take half of my set to get to the mic. Another great thing about these Zoom mics is you don't have a bunch of drunks waddling up to you after your set. And that's just the other comics. So, like I said, I messed my knee up and I went to the doctor. And I was like, "Yeah, I messed my knee up, Doc." He's like, "Well, what'd you do?" I was like, "Well, I was trying to kneel down and pray for a better life." And he was like, "Well, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad would you say your pain is?" And I was like, "I don't know, Doc. Why don't you ask me after I see your bill?" And I was like, "Why don't you give it to me straight? What's going on with the knee?" And he's like, "Well, picture your knee is like an egg. And picture a stack of books on that egg. Your knee is about to explode under those books." He's like, "Well, Molehill, you're probably not that familiar with books. So picture King Kong with Godzilla sitting on his lap, holding a baby on one of those plastic Rubbermaid chairs. Your knee is like one of the legs of that chair. Basically, you're too much load for your knee." I was like, "All right, Doc, I get it. Quit fat shaming me." He was like, "Well, we're going to give you this Velcro cast." I'm like, "Wow, Velcro, that's going to really hold up for me." He's like, "It was invented by NASA. You'll be fine." So I get this Velcro cast and I go home. And my daughter's like, "Well, Daddy, if it makes you feel any better, it makes your leg look skinnier." I was like, "Oh, gee, thanks, sweetie. Maybe God willing, I'll end up in a full body cast." I'm at this doctor's office and like I hear one staff member after another like, "I hope it goes well." And after a while, I'm like, do these people know something about this doctor I don't? I'm pretty sure knee surgery is not supposed to be like a scratch-off ticket. One of the best things about having this bad knee right now is it gets me out of doing a bunch of chores around the house. One of the crappy things about this cast is when my wife sits down next to me to talk, I can't get away from her. She's always bitching at me saying, all you do is sit around on your fat butt daydreaming about comedian. You need to get off your butt and do something around here. So I did. I got up and I killed her. Except only in my imagination because I didn't feel like getting up. My buddy always asks me, he's like, hey, do you ever laugh during sex? And I'm like, no, I usually don't get it. My wife's like, you need to quit being so rough during sex. And I'm like, it's none of your business how I masturbate. I got tired of smelling my old lady's stinky ass feet, so I finally buried them out back with the rest of her.
Oh my God.
It must have taken a really, really long time to open up the very first antique store. I can just see the people knocking on it, looking up at the window. Wow, coming in about 25 years, you can buy other people's used crap. So I I guess that's all I got right now. Thank you.
John Molehill from Indianapolis. Guys, we drive across the country. It's part of our professions. Remember, John Molehill lives in Indianapolis and he performs at Gutty's, right?
Yes.
No? Yeah.
Yep. They're getting ready to open a new location too.
Cool. I know I'm going to see you there sometime. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, John. Thanks for being here.
Thanks,
John's
Kelly.
one of the original Blue Micers. Love you,
fucking
bro. Yeah. We still got to get that Blue Mike 2069 video of you up on YouTube. Oh my God. All right. But we'll save it. We'll save that for later. Coming up at us next. What is there to say about this guy that I don't have to call up a helpline first? Give it up for Jason Robo.
Yeah. You guys hear me okay?
Yes.
Can you go horizontal by chance? It's okay.
Do what?
Can you go horizontal by chance so we can see more of your beautiful space and you can be
Oh,
bigger?
we want you to get horizontal.
He asks me that all the time.
Yes. All right. So much
Okay.
better. Jason Robo, everybody.
All right. So yeah, I'm coming to you from Humboldt County, where the most weed in the world is basically grown. Oh man, yeah, it's interesting getting to come on this 420 festival following the serial killer from Identity. Nobody saw that? John Cusack, classic. Oh man. So I don't know about y'all. Has anybody been drinking any IPA today?
Just whiskey.
Wine and whiskey.
Oh man, whiskey's good, but anybody know that hops are related to cannabis?
Oh.
Yeah. So if you get to drink some IPA and smoke some weed, it's like cousin fucking. So yeah, I studied politics. I was an activist and did a bunch of crazy shit in college. Start revolution up here in Northern California. That's a whole nother story. But yeah, politics is basically bureaucratized bullshit, layman's terms. So what I would like to do is try and enlighten people and cruise around and have something like Wi-Fi, but like only share like really cool documentaries and enlighten people. I call it Wi-Fi. Helping open the third eye instead of staring at this third eye bullshit on our fucking screens all the time. I don't know if I'm the only one that puts tape on my shit that's in this chat, but you got to resist every way you can. Jesus Christ. Oh man. But yeah, one of the documentaries I'd feature would be Grass by Woody Harrelson narrates it actually. Pretty much breaks down how the drug war is based on racist nonsense. Pretty much it's on a shakier foundation than a handshake with Michael J. Fox. Yeah, 100 years ago, the U.S. public was told by the government and the media, William Randolph Hearst, that shit with Hearst Castles, people should throw rocks at that fucking thing constantly. Speaking of cancel culture, yeah, like they said that bloodthirsty, super strength Mexicans are going to rape and murder your family, and that's how weed became illegal. So, you know, if we're gonna go after fucking Weinstein and shit, like we need to get rid of the war on drugs. Is what I'm saying here. So, I guess the point is that they took immigrants, which they always use for racism and nonsense, and they use them as land scapegoats. Yeah, they pretty much helped create the you know, prison population, which is just legalized slavery after the 13th Amendment. Yeah, and then everybody says that they try to like take our jobs or whatever. It's like not really. Like, were you trying to pick cotton, motherfucker? Cotton picking shitty job. Yeah, and then fucking what do they do with migrants? They put them in cages, which you've all seen, you know, which is kind of like the same thing they do with like COVID kind of stuff with like quarantine. And then when people say they're taking people's jobs, it's kind of like nobody talks about, you know, taking like all the leaf blower jobs or the blow jobs or whatever, you know. Sure that's a part of the economics there, but I don't know. But yeah, as far as like weed being illegal, I don't know. It hasn't done much damage. I mean, historically, it's really, they've been finding that. I just saw a study. Army recruits are actually better. They stick in longer, and they fucking like they're more legit soldiers. So smoking weed actually makes you a badass motherfucker potentially to use for the military-industrial complex. So it's just kind of the negative side, but I don't know. It's just it's interesting. When like I think that plants like poison oak should be illegal, man. Have you ever had that on your balls before? It's pretty unpleasant. I think that should be illegal. Like, why doesn't people eradicate, you know, poison oak? I mean, I guess it's kind of the forest protectors, but I don't know. It's a rough story. I got a whole set about that basically. But yeah, working in the weed biz is what I do. I'm a farmer, and it's crazy. You have weird experiences. Like, you know, one time I showed up at a job and I showed up late, and it turned out that there was an orgy going on. Yeah, with the grower and his wife and a friend and my friend who referred me to it, who I went to college with, and she was just like, "Get on in there," and I'm like, "Oh no," it's kind of a, it's like a different version of when people say you want to hit that than I was expecting. Oh no, that was pretty blunt, but yeah. So I rolled one and chilled in the hot tub with him and shit, and just kind of like spectate. It was like a live action porno, you know. Pretty lurid LARPing, I guess. I don't know. Oh shit, 30 seconds. So yeah, I guess, you know, if Mexicans were, you know, if these walls that they talk about building and stuff are actually make any effect, I think it could be positive, you know, like what if in another year or two we build this wall and then like they go to the Olympics and they start killing at pole vaulting? I don't know. I feel like that the mask and COVID-19 is like the new like kind of demon, you know, and it's like in a weird way, we're all Mexicans now. They want us all to build a wall around our faces, and they want us to censor our speech, and it's pretty fucked up. But anyways, I'm Jason Robo. If you want to check out some weird health shit about the pandemic being nonsense, check out COVID-19 nonsense, and thanks for checking me out. Cheers.
All right. I can't wait till the meta crawlers get their hands on that little bit of audio. Crawl, you smallie. I don't know what I'm talking about. Hey, give it up for Jason Robo. Woo! Most likely recently out of jail.
In a long time. And I beat the charges, so I'm not a bitch. I don't roll over unless it's a joint.
What a crowd we've got here tonight. Thank you, everyone. I'll say it's the last plug for me, but maybe it's not. But hey, it's a secret trick, okay? Secret trick for all of you because you stuck around this long. If you want to come tomorrow without having to buy a performer pass just because you're here now and you stayed at this show this long and you've all been very supportive, there's a secret in the website. Tomorrow, if you click the banner, the festival banner in the My Mike's backstage, it is the Zoom link for the room. So if you want to come in, even on your phone while you're going about your business, like Jason Robo sometimes trims in Blue Mike, come and tune in, because really this is a wonderful, wonderful time to make connections with other comedians all over the world. It's really been super duper fun, and I don't know about you, but I want us to hit 100. I want us to hit 100 people in the same room. We're almost there. Because if we get 100, then we have to start paying more to Zoom so we can have more. So we can have up to 300. And I just want to be paying more out of pocket to run this fucking shit for you guys. I love you guys so much. Okay. I love you so much. Really, I don't even know where we are in the line. Yes, I do. Coming up out of snacks. I don't have his intro. He deserves a good one. I think he's on 3 shows this week. And I wonder if his name was given to his immigrant relatives. Because I wanted, when they came to America, that would probably be a cool story. Give it up for the one and only Mr. Sean Cuthan. Woo!
Hey, how's it going? My name's Sean Cuthan, and I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, up in Canada. So lately, I've been working a part-time gig as a simulated patient for university students. And so I had to go for test day and have all these university students do their tests on me for to check my breathing and everything. I spent 4 hours doing this. And it's man, it made me feel good and young again. I didn't have that many 20-somethings touching me since my raver days, you know what I'm saying? But me right now, I'm a single native in my 30s with no kids. I'm like a rare white buffalo. Except no one's trying to hunt me into extinction, you know? No one's trying to chase me head over heels off a cliff. No one's trying to smoke my meat. No one's making sure all of me is getting used, you know? I got sinew. No one's trying to stretch my hide. Jeez. I'm gonna have to relocate and repopulate pretty soon. But man, everyone's talking about defund the police. Now it's moved on to de-arm the police. Who's gonna be in charge of ripping all these police arm off, you know? Can I get a job doing that? It'll be Armageddon. Man, I'm a huge fan of yogurt parfaits, you know? I love yogurt parfaits so much that I went to the grocery store and they were on sale, buy 2, get 1 free. I damn near parfait in my pants. But if you go to the grocery store and just one time I went to the grocery store and the sale was all gone, you know, and I didn't get to buy any parfaits on sale. It just stressed me out a whole bunch. It was a rare form of PTSD, parfait traumatic stress disorder. But did you know you can cook a stuffed crust pizza at home now? You can cook a stuffed crust pizza in your own oven. How fun is that? I make it even more fun and I position the pepperonis in a smiley face. But then one time I was cooking the pizza and the crust exploded with the cheese and the cheese went all flying all over the pizza. So it looked like a screaming pizza face of pain in my oven. So I can't cook pepperoni pizza alone anymore, you know? It's a rare form of PTSD, pepperoni traumatic stress disorder. But man, come on. I'm stressed out right now. I had an incident at work the past couple days ago. And I don't know. It's the only time in my life that I'll ever be able to say, I beat an old man with his own cane and I was the good guy, you know? But it took a lot out of me. It was a good guy. So then all of a sudden, I'm stressed out over the past couple days over this. I got BPTSD, beating a pensioner traumatic stress disorder. Oh man. Oh man. So I've been working in a weed store, like I said. And this one time, this guy, he came into the store and he was like, man, I've just been having a bad day. I had to put my cat down this week. I'm just looking for something with a good vibe. And I was like, what do you want from me? A gram of sympathy? Why do you gotta come here and bring my day down? Okay, I just gotta say before I go, I don't know, it's not very nice. But I just gotta say, I don't stop for white people at crosswalks anymore. You know? I just can't do it. Like, you have the audacity to think that those two white lines can protect you? Well, you got another thing coming. Me. I'm coming. In my Monte Carlo.
Okay.
Let's give it up for ejaculating in vintage cars.
Yeah.
Wait, is that what a Monte Carlo is? Or is it Monte Carlo like it is a car? Okay. my secret is I only vaguely listen to anything that I haven't invented myself. Okay. What's a Monte Carlo? I have no idea. Hey, I hear that the Earth is a sphere. And on the other side of us, from where we are now, if the core of the Earth is made of matter that we can drill through, which I hope it is, or else they lied to us. No, it's saying that. I don't know. Guys, in Mumbai is a girl who is exceedingly funny. She's one of the original Blue Mike comedians. She'll have to tell us what time it is. We miss her. We haven't seen her in like 15 weeks. Give it up for Kajol!
Oh. Hello, everyone. It's about 11 o'clock, 11 p.m., 11 a.m. here. Okay. Now, I'm from India, and people normally know just one thing about India, that we wrote the Kama Sutra. Have you all read the Kama Sutra? The analog version of Pornhub? So the thing is, yeah, people think that, because Indians wrote a book about sex, they are really good at sex. Then they see an average Indian and they're like, no, Indians are really good at selling books. Okay. Because I don't look like I'm going to be assuming a pose to please you after sex. So the thing is, it's all very well to write a book about flexibility and poses and stuff. But if you've ever eaten Indian food, well, after eating a dinner of Indian food, the last thing you want to do is dangle from the ceiling to, pleasure someone. You just want to sit in a corner and burp quietly. But I don't want to leave you with the impression that Indians are really bad at sex, because we can do one thing which no one else can. When Indians have sex, we can satisfy 4 people at the same time, our parents and our in-laws. Like, before your husband can turn to you and say, baby, did you come? His mom comes running into the room. She's like, baby's come already? And she knows exactly where to come in because she's had her ear to the bedroom door all throughout. Okay, I'm joking. We don't have bedroom doors in India. When Harry and Meghan left the royal family, 1 billion Indians were like, you can do that? They just let you leave? They don't even let me leave my family WhatsApp group. So we're kind of like, in India, sex is kind of like this sacred thing. Virginity is really important, especially for girls. Okay. So ever since I was a kid, my mom was like, don't talk to boys, don't be seen with them, it's your reputation. It played on my mind so badly that I was 24 when I lost my virginity for the 5th time. And it's not the same for men, okay? Men keep bragging about how many women they've been with. I mean, one of my exes had said he was with so many women. I was like, are you sure you should be still calling them your private parts? Because they're clearly public sector. Now, if you don't like sleeping with engineers, and a lot of people do, a lot of people don't, that kind of excludes 95% of India. And I'm an engineer myself. So I always had this thing that I will sleep with a doctor, because you don't have to tell a doctor where body parts are. They know. It's just that when you undress for a doctor, there's no gratitude in his eyes. Like, he's like, yeah, I've just seen a few of them, yesterday. What's your point? In fact, if you have a threesome with a gynac and a dentist, all they see you as is a co-working space. Now, I'm just going to wind down. I'm sorry, I have to leave because there is just a little construction work going on here. Don't ask me why. So the lockdown has been a kind of a dry time for us all. But in a few months, when sex starts again, I'm going to be joining the Mile High Club. Okay, I'm going to be having sex in an airplane toilet. And even if even if you've done it, you haven't done it in Air India, okay, our national carrier. You must have sex in the toilet of Air India, because the guy just has to get into you, and then the plane does the rest of the work. Okay? It starts bouncing around so much, you start wondering, oh my God, will I come first or will the wings come off first? Anyway, thank you guys. That's been my time.
Yeah, give it up for Kajol. Yeah.
Woo!
She was the farthest away, but she was close
Yeah.
enough in those moments. Martin Morrow.
Hello, I have returned, you guys.
If you're driving right now, I will be very impressed.
I have dog food in front of me, so I don't even know if that's possible. This portion of the show is, of course, sponsored by Pedigree. For all your barks, it takes the bite. Pedigree dog food, now for humans. So yes, I am home safe. You don't have to worry any longer, people. I know you had so many concerns, so much fear, so much anguish, so much pain, so much love, so much lust. Woo,
I
all
wasn't
of
saying
the
goodbye to
emotions.
all 4 of the women you were driving with.
You said what? Oh, you wanted to say goodbye to them?
Weren't you driving with like 4 ladies?
No, two ladies and a guy with long hair. So
So he left with the
got both
ladies.
of them.
yeah,
Well, that's the way a
dude
love
looks like a
quadrilateral works,
lady.
everybody.
He just told me to shut up. He lives with me. That is young Jack DeRockis. Check out, he's got a new song streaming on Spotify today. So look up Mia Mera, Miamera, if you guys want to check them out. Here's a I don't know if you can see. Here's a grinder that he has out. So make sure to check that out.
Martin, you're so LA. You're the most current LA-like LA dweller that I know.
That's honestly, that's my dream. I want to when I die, bury me in the Hollywood Hills. I know they'll say you can't, but fuck them. We're here to break rules. Am I right, Rampantly?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
one thing we want the government to hear. Yeah,
You know,
Mark
but al-
Zuckerberg.
Also, quick shout out the fact that Rampantly has a fucking legal department. I didn't know that. She was like, "Hey, legal just told us that all the things you said that you're doing, you can't do those together." I was like,
Guys, we essentially have our own media network already. Seriously. Just strap in and, start soul searching and reflecting and figuring out how you want to mold the world, because the ball is in our court. All right.
Well,
hey.
you know who else is gonna rule the world with the ball in their court?
Yeah, he's
Our
a
next
kind of
performer.
gay single dad from Canada.
Yeah, he's a gay single dad from Canada.
Kind of gay.
You can only be one or the other. Those are the rules. Either you're full gay or no, I'm joking. But ladies and germs, give it up right now for the Canadian heartthrob himself. This single dad is about to send you to school. Give it up for Josh Dogley.
Jason Dogley.
Jason Dogley.
Dogley. It's a Canadian thing, Josh and
Jason
from Canada.
Great, thank you so much. Yeah, sorry that I can't commit fully to anything. My parents are so upset. They're like, yeah, you had to be bi, you couldn't be full gay. Come on, nothing. You don't commit to anything. So yeah. Do you like my my COVID beard? The people that are still here, by the way, thank you to the people that are still hanging out. I learned a lesson about being on time for things. If I had been on time for this, I would have performed for 45 people. Because I was late, I performed for 9, but the best 9, the best. So thank you, Danny and Johnny and John Molehill and Auntie Olya and Richard. See, that's the beauty of a small crowd, is that I get to say everybody's name and make you feel special. Nobody else can do that. And it didn't even take up all my time. But I've been sitting at home and listening to a lot of music. And something's been happening to me is I'm listening to old songs and I'm hearing them way different now as an old bitter father than I did as a young rebellious teen. And I'm going to share an example with you. The example I'm going to share is the song Beastie Boys, "Fight for Your Right." Are we familiar with this song? Awesome. Danny's nodding his head. Perfect. I'll share the lyric that I'm focusing on just in case you guys don't know. So sing along if you want. But man, living at home is such a drag. Your mom threw away your best porno mag. Yeah. So as a teenager, obviously outraged, right? Like, no, don't throw away my porn. That's how I get through every day. Burn the house down. But and wait a second, there are some younger people. Porno mags are how we used to jerk off back in the olden times before the internet. If you could imagine a world where Pornhub didn't exist, except for in brick and mortar form, I want everyone for a second to live in my world and think about the last thing that you selected on Pornhub. And now imagine having to take that off of a wall in a store and walk it to a counter and make eye contact with a 17-year-old and be like, hurry up, wrap it up. I need to take care of me. Anyways, that's the world I lived in. But I go back to the song, and I'm listening to the song now as a father, and something different jumps out. What jumps out now is it says, "Mom took away your best porno mag." The best porno mag. So you have a whole collection and you took one magazine and you're going to freak out and write a whole song about it? That's an overreaction. As a parent, I can tell you just taking one magazine for all the stuff that they're doing wrong in the song is pretty progressive parenting. And I'm impressed with it. But I knew that the Beastie Boys wouldn't lie to me. And there was a drag in there. So I thought about it a little bit longer. And I realized as a parent, I'm not going to go in and say, hey, which one of these is your favorite? I need to take it from you to teach a lesson. That's not a conversation you can have with your kids. You do it sneakily. You just take it away. So the drag is knowing that mom just knew which one was the best. You guys have the same taste in porn, and you had to wrestle with that over the breakfast table. That's a drag. And I was thinking now, like, what do I do? Because I've got a child of my own and things are different. She doesn't have magazines. She's on the internet. So what's my choice? Do I just unbookmark like her favorite page or something? Is that how I retaliate if she's not in line? I don't know what to do. As the internet has changed things, it's made some things better, but it's also complicated some things for me. I like that my usernames and passwords go to all my devices. I don't have to remember things. That's helpful. If you saw the gray in the beard, I'm getting kind of old. But what I don't like is that Google tries to be like a super helpful assistant. And here's the thing. Search histories don't have timelines. That's what I'll say first. So if it says on my search history that's on every device, if it says like Hitler's final days and then bondage right afterwards, like those weren't sequential. One didn't lead to the other. Those were separate things. One was for business, one was for pleasure. When it says like, children's birthday activities, and then it says bukkake afterwards, those were separate searches. I was being a good father in the day and a dirty perv at night, but they weren't related. But the timeline isn't there. You can't see that. I also don't like that the search bar, if I start to type things in, it starts to try and like guess for me. So I can't order pizza from my favorite place because I love pizza from Domino's. But as soon as I type Dom into the address bar, I'm going to have to start answering some questions about the stuff that's popping up. And I am not very good under pressure. An example of that is that one time my daughter was playing and she lost one of her toys underneath the sofa. And she came out with a couple of my toys. I was like, Daddy, what are these? Auntie Olya knows about those type of toys. She's wearing some of them. And she's like, what are these for? And I couldn't come up with anything. So we have a dog now. That's how only way I could excuse the leash and collar. And she's doing really great with her horseback lessons. So I'll finish with this. It sounds like I'm watching a lot of porn. It's not because I'm a freak. I'm getting older. Things aren't working like they used to. I can't keep going and going and going and going until the woman finally reaches the point where she'll fake an orgasm to get me to stop sweating on her. So I need to come up with new techniques. So I'm just watching porn for these new techniques. I'm trying to, mix up speeds and hit different locations. I'm like an aging pitcher in the major leagues, right? The fastball's not working anymore. I'm all over the place. I'm working on timing. This phase of my career will end. I'll become a knuckleball pitcher, just lobbing it in. I'm assuming that means that I'm being told that my time is up. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you all on the edge of your seat for the end of that story at a future mic. Thanks so much.
Hey! for Jason's dog leash.
Faith in a car, but what's he gonna do when he catches it, ladies and germs?
Hey Jason, you can sign up for next week's Blue Mike. I said Blue Mike, it's the show. The show is number 50. You know how to use the website, so you can figure out that page. You can go log on right now. Martin, who
Yes.
are you wearing?
Oh my God, who am I wearing? Is that what you asked?
Yeah.
Currently, I have on a T-shirt with little black and white checkers on it, so I look like a little race car man.
Little race car man.
Yeah. Earlier, I had on a hoodie because I was cold that I had purchased. I don't remember the name of the company. Otherwise, I would have another plug.
Very good. Well, guys, maybe we'll get some sponsors for the next marathon. So just take inventory of whatever you're wearing right now. Send me pictures of all the tags on the insides of your clothes. And
Yeah.
I'll send emails to all those people. How about that?
That's how we do here at Rampantly. We're making
Dear
money.
Mr. Medium, please sponsor us.
You want to introduce the next comic from Cindy?
I will. Guys, I'm so excited for our next
A Harley
comic.
Quinn of Spades
A Harley Quinn of Spades.
from Russia.
All the way from Russia, the mighty. Give it up for Auntie Olia.
We can't hear you, baby girl. We can't hear you, baby girl.
The government's
We
still in
can't-
place.
Unplug, replug.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us? Is she still just talking? I feel like we're watching a snuff video. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Girl, take your 5, girl. Just do whatever you got. 5.
Unplug, replug. Can you hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, start
Oh.
over.
Hey, give it up for Antiolia!
Oh, thank you. My name is Antiola, and I come from the city called Saint Petersburg. But look at Russia and look at me. There's nothing saint in this body. And I love dressing up like this. And my ex also loved it a lot because I could turn him into an animal. The animal was a quick bunny. I've grown in a very, very strict family, so I got super demanding. I have no mercy for those who forget safe words. And in Russia, you know, we have one and only safe word, which is I love Putin. Oh my God. And also we have only one F word. And F word in Russia is freedom. And in particular, freedom of speech. And freedom of speech Russian style is when you choose the way to shut the fuck up. And I'll show you my way. And you know, we have one guy. Some of you know his name, some of you don't. His name is Alexei Navalny. Alexei Navalny is someone who forgot safe words. And he used too many of F words. And now he's in prison. And he claimed a hunger strike. And now the doctors of his prison are thinking of the way how to feed him without using his mouth. And I'll try to show you. Whew. One moment. Hello, inmates. Who wants to be the first one? Eeny, meeny, miny, moo. Вы попали все в тюрьму. This is not at all rehab. I will show some corn hub. And guys, please never forget safe word if you are in Russia. But in case if you did, just give me a call. Here is my business card. Auntie Ola from Russia with love. Спасибо.
Yeah, I feel like I got put on some sort of list after that set. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I would just imagine that part, I think, probably got the most views.
Yeah, from the government, from various governments.
Just say I love Putin and you're safe.
We're all on a list now.
Hey, is Bobby Sutton in the room? Bobby, can you hear us?
Bobby,
Because Bobby, if you can hear us, you'd be the last person. Martin, you wanna do a little?
You want me to stretch?
You want to give it a stretch? Tell us some of the stuff you were doing at the show with what's his face, Adam. What's his face the other night that we saw you at? Adam Hunter.
Oh, my buddy.
Or whatever. I'm not. Des, Monkey Des, just kidding. You can tell me.
That was like 4 months ago.
I'm a time traveler.
Talk about stretching.
Wow. Yeah.
You look so good right now, Mark. You make our brand look so good.
Thank you. Yeah. See, that's the beauty of it. This is. If I was on acid right now, this would fuck me up big time. Not because I'm seeing so many colors, but because I'm realizing how big my tits are. These boys are massive.
Well, not compared to the hummingbird.
Mine are bigger.
Say again.
Mine are bigger, obviously.
Oh no! I guess if Bobby Sutton's not here, this is just going to devolve into a tit measuring contest. But I'm okay with that.
Yeah, are we having a tit off right now? But no, I'll tell you this real quick. When I was in school, I used to wrestle. I was on the wrestling team in 8th grade, and I used to get bullied a lot. The difference is, though, I got bullied by the black kids and the white kids. One thing I learned is that the black kids would always bully me into being better. Like, they bullied me into greatness, right? They'd be like, "Hey, your hair's fucked up. Guess what? I'd go get a new haircut. We don't like your whole outfit. I'd go get a new outfit. Your shoes are trash. I would never wear those shoes again." But the white kids, all their bullying tactics were just very vague. It was like, "You're stupid, you're fat." Like, there's no room for growth with that, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what you want from me by telling me these things, right? So I get why like white kids shoot up the school. There's no other option but that. It's like, well, if I can't change, I gotta air this bitch out. That's just what happened, right? But I got bullied while on the wrestling team as well. And, you know, as you see, I got these sweet little breasticles here. But I had these as well when I was in the 8th grade. And they're like, I looked like a milk dud that became a boy. That was basically my body type. Just this really smooth, black, brown baby with like seal like tits. Not the singer seal, but like, you know, very wet for some reason all the time. I had really bad sweating problem. So that earned me the nickname on the wrestling team of Torpedo Tits. True story. That's what they called me. Very mean, but also super accurate. That's just what it was right there. Old Torpedo Tits. Clearly stuck with me to this day. So it hurt. And as we know, though, nicknames are stuck with you until someone else gets a worse nickname. And there was another kid on the wrestling team. We like wrestled in the same class and everything. His name was Brendan Boyd. I probably shouldn't say his name, but he's like a Republican now, so fuck him. And one day in the locker room, he goes, "Hey, everybody, look at this." And we all turned and looked, and he just pulled his dick out. Now, this is back in a time where you could pull your dick out, and it was like the funniest thing in the world. Oh my God, it's a penis. But like, don't do that now. Now, very bad. But 2001, 2002, that was like a big closer on stage. Okay, it was like a headliner set. You know what I mean? The issue is that Brendan had easily the smallest 8th grade penis I've ever seen in my entire life. Let me rephrase that. I have not seen an 8th grade penis since then. But when I was in the 8th grade, because people would pull out their penises, I saw, you get it. Don't worry about it. But the kid who would like come up with the mean nicknames, he looked at him, he goes, "Yo, his name is Baby Dick Boyd." And everyone lost their mind as they lifted him above their heads. We all like shouted and screamed. And then he turned around and said, "You're Martin again." I was like, hell yeah. So I that's how I've avoided doing push-ups for so long, you guys. It's a dream come true. Yeah. Was that like a push-ups woo, or was that like all right, that's your time woo?
That was good. I mean, no, I'm just willing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah,
It's fine.
I
I'm
can
not
set a
mad.
timer for you. Just up to my
Oh,
old
oh,
antics.
sweet.
You are, but Bobby Sutton, I'm seeing her now because she was going to be our last comic.
Yeah,
I
she
think
back?
we see her on screen. How about intro her when she shows up? But otherwise, I like hearing from you. I want to hear more.
Yes. Okay, of course, naturally. It is 420, you know, I'm sure plenty of people celebrate it, not me because I was driving and it was not, you know, driving and high and doing rampantly because I'm a responsible adult who doesn't double book himself on 420 with very confusing emails. I'm so bad at technology. It's the fact that I'm able to do this right now is beyond me. I can't wait to be an old black man. That's really my only goal in life right now, is just to live long enough to be an old black man, because nobody bothers them. They sit on a porch and just fucking like look at the rain. Like that's all my grandpa did, was just be like, yep, well, one day I gotta go. And that was like basically the last 15 years of his life, was just preparing us for his death. Very sweet guy. RIP. Isn't that how everyone does while they're high? You somehow go down a rabbit hole to where you end up making yourself sad. That's the norm for being high, right? That happens to me. Like I can't do edibles now because I end up crying. I don't know if that happens to anyone else, where you eat something that is joyous in the moment and you feel something that's supposed to be so euphoric that all you can do is giggle and have fun. But for some reason, my body goes, hey, what if all the negative emotions here just come out? You know, that's just what happens to me. I just flood my face with tears when I do an edible. So not worth it. And that really appears for a lot of drugs that I try. Like I did shrooms. The first time I did shrooms, we were at a waterfall in Tennessee, and I did an eighth of shrooms on the first time, which apparently is a bad idea. And what ended up happening is I was like laughing maniacally and crying profusely. And at one point I just turned into a turtle. Like I was more than sure that I was a turtle. I was like, yeah, guys, I'm a turtle now. Guess you have to tell my mom I'm a turtle. And if you want to, just move me to the sewer and I'll help fight crime. Like that's just it made me so cool with the idea of who I was now becoming. And I think honestly, I'm starting to think that like drugs should be done before voting, right? Like imagine if you're in the line getting ready to vote and someone just hands you Molly. Whatever you thought you were going to do or say, or like whatever anger was going on as you were waiting to cast your vote, you would immediately change it because the Molly's flowing through your system and you're just like, I want to be a nicer person. I don't think this guy's going to help that. Every research thing you've done, Molly helps. So highly recommend doing drugs, you guys, but not while driving and not while hosting.
No, not while hosting. Not on screen, at least. I think Bobby Sutton must be doing drugs or something, but she's not coming to her screen.
Yeah,
Bobby, this is your last call because it's we're 20% done, guys. We're 20% through with the.
We only have 48 comics left, you guys.
Yeah, we only have 48 comics left on this one show. Well, you know me. I always put us at the least convenient time. And I never say no to people. So
no, it's good.
So I'm the worst host ever. And Martin, that's
no,
why I
you're
bring
not.
you around. It's to remind me of that.
No, you're the mama hen of this thing. Technically, I'm the worst host because I was driving through half of the hosting. Allegedly.
Thank you for saying. No, you shouldn't say that you were driving. Can you take that back?
I said allegedly.
Allegedly driving.
Crash, so now we can say anything he wants.
All right. You know what? Bobby's not here, and that makes me sad. And I was gonna show John Mulhill because I like the laurels that you had in the background, but you changed him, but you still look cute.
I'll change it back. I'm just
putting all our friends on the screen who are still in the room. Because I think it's time for us to go to sleep for now, guys and gals.
Yeah.
And maybe if you're in St. Petersburg, you're gonna go get some brunch.
Woo!
Yeah.
9 a.m.
We've got a full schedule tomorrow. Please show up and have fun with this. It's been so fun so far. There's a lot of great shows up tomorrow. And if you want to waitlist for any other show, you're welcome to just come and see if you can waitlist for the show. Yeah. Any final thoughts from our audience before we say goodbye to Tuesday, day one of the festival?
Thanks, Jolie.
Yeah, give it up for Jolie, everybody. Running this thing, hasn't slept in 30 hours, putting all this together. And please continue to come back. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, buy tickets for your friends and enemies. There's so much more comedy that's about to happen. Not tonight, because we're all going to bed. We're all very fucking tired, but soon. Very, very soon.
Yes. And remember as well, everyone, we are socializing the people that are our friends and the people that we trust to virtual comedy. And the sooner we can socialize them to virtual comedy, the sooner they will start to patronize our virtual edifice to engage with us professionally, where we are comedians and their audience.
Yes.
So,
and I don't know what the word edifice means.
edifice. An edifice is it's a building. It's like a brick and mortar establishment, or in our case, a virtual establishment on the side of the information superhighway. All right, Bobby. Sorry, girl. This is for the record. We tried. Thanks so much for coming, everyone, and thanks, Martin, for stopping by. I'm glad we share a city now in LA. We're gonna see each other again soon.
Yes.
Yep, and everyone else, please go to the Rampantly Backstage, www.rampantly.la/backstage/ I love you, because I never changed the URL when I made the test page. So you know, for every day, I'm telling you this just because you've been in the room long enough. Last reminder: for every day, the header image of the Rampantly the festival thing is going to be the clickable Zoom link for any day. So even if you haven't signed up for Mike, all you have to do is click on that header, and it'll open the Zoom room. So do it from your browser window. And if you want to list for a show, you can. And same thing with our other, like with our normal mics, we added a bunch of cool mics in to the mic menu for this week, including District Comedy out of DC, lots of stuff by Comedy Therapy, even more stuff tomorrow and the following days by Hot Breath, and lots of indie producers too. So come and check it out. And we don't have any outro music, but go to sleep. Love you.
Go to sleep. This is the outro song. Goodbye, everybody. Outro time.
Yeah.